Hey, stop. I'm going to squeeze your arm really hard and claw in when you're taking too long when I need to say something because it is my podcast. So I'm just going to remind you that right now. So
Yo, that's staying in 100%. That little blip. That's how we start the podcast.
And welcome to another episode of Chatty Broads with Bekah and Jess.
Well, hey, broads, what is going on? I already have the laugh attacks a little bit, and we haven't started the episode, so...
It's a giggly way to start.
It is a giggly way to start, because we do have a special episode today. Listen, here's the thing. Bekah and I were like, we've been stuck in quarantine for a hot minute. Let's just have a Zoom double date night and record it with the boys.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hi, broads.
Hi, guys.
By the way, I had posted on our Facebook. I was like, hey, would you guys be into this? And I think everyone thought I meant a Zoom call together. And I was like, that's a great idea. But these two, I don't necessarily trust to not like drop my family secret. Live? Are you kidding me?
Absolutely not. That's a disaster waiting to happen. Absolutely not. Why do you think we haven't recorded me and Grayston's episode? I mean, why we haven't released it? It's because it was a total train wreck.
We'll burn their business to the ground in one foul swoop.
Listen, that's the thing. You got to be careful sometimes. Like maybe one day when we have a Patreon out, if you pay like $1,000, we'll do unreleased episodes with the boys without them being edited.
Our OnlyFans. That's what our OnlyFans is for. It's not sexual content. It's just all the shit we've never cut out of our episodes.
It's just
and you
shit
have to
that
pay like
$500
$500 a month.
Exactly. If you're willing to do that, then we can do a live Zoom call. But otherwise, I think we're going to have something that we can potentially edit if Evan decides to, I don't know, drop tea about like what my dad told him about our deep family secrets the other night.
That was a
It's
heavy
not going to
one.
happen.
What happened?
My dad got intoxicated and basically like dumped all these family jewels that he hadn't, and half of them he hadn't told me. I had like my mouth was on the ground and Evan was just like eating popcorn and drinking
I was hitting
tequila.
the pillow like, are you kidding me?
It got a
It was
little intense.
insane. It blew my mind. Just like secrets I had never known about, all this crazy stuff.
Juicy shit.
Quarantine
Massive
is really opening up the gates of
Quarantine
hell,
secrets.
I guess.
Oh, absolutely. People are
Insane.
getting restless.
So
Here we are. Hi guys, how are you both? How's quarantine?
It almost feels like summer vacation, but as an adult and not really summer vacation.
Yeah, exactly.
Summer vacation without hanging out with your friends, going anywhere, partying.
Summer vacation where you lose everything.
yeah. And you're not unemployed because you're in high school. You're unemployed because the government has shut
You don't
down your
have to go
business.
to you don't have to go to work anymore. You're just passively collecting unemployment checks.
It's like allowance.
It's
You
beautiful.
you can't go outside. You can't go anywhere to congregate, and you can't see anybody in person.
It's like summer vacation after your parents have grounded you one weekend, and you're just like, great.
Yeah.
But
Summer
you can get
vacation
drunk
where
every
they-
day and sleep in as late as you want.
Summer vacation where you lose everything you've worked for your entire life. And your future burns to the ground in front of you. But like, it's dope.
Is this
But my tan has never
But I've
been
never
better,
felt-
bitch.
I've never had done more me time.
blink twice if you feel like your children are holding you captive. This is a prison.
Oh yeah, summer vacation except you have fucking kids.
Yeah, except you are woken up early in the morning and are exhausted by the time that, you know, the sun sets. But here we are. It's fine.
It's like we're all grounded.
Well, I think
Yes.
that I feel like I remember going to parking lots when I was in high school, and you'd be with your friends in a parking lot sitting in a trunk eating food, and it would be like
Tailgating, yeah.
the hottest, most fun thing ever. And we've been doing that lately, except just
What
with
was
Yeah,
the-
actually my friends have been doing that though. Actually, my friends did like a picnic at the In-N-Out parking lot. So they all just sat in the back of their trunks in sort of near each other and just
I
kind
was
of
gonna
sat
say-
and ate their
Yeah.
burgers.
What business's parking lot would you guys go to?
We'd be in our church parking lot because that shit was empty.
Sus.
Huge
So
and
sus.
empty.
Huge and empty.
So you guys would go create mischief in the church parking lot?
We wouldn't create mischief.
We would park in the back, or Evan had his big old van, and we'd park and we'd hook up in the back of the van in the church
You
parking
got to realize, church,
I have
church
hooked
works
up in a
once,
church
one day a
parking
week.
lot as well. I have definitely hooked up in a church parking lot once or twice as well.
What's so? Why is it so erotic to be like
I don't
sexy
even
in a
think that
church
it is.
vicinity?
I think that the church parking lot, like you said, is just empty on any given night of the week.
Plus, I mean, I think it's hot to do anything you know you're not supposed to be doing. I mean, I think that's
That's
half,
what-
that's
it's
half
naughty.
of it
It's naughty.
too, right? It's like
Making out in church?
Oh, I know Mom
But
and
I-
Dad would be so disappointed.
But I legitimately remember being like, there's no other parking lot where I'm going to feel safe hooking up in my car right now besides the church parking lot because there's not going to be anyone else fucking there.
It's true. There's no police like tapping on your window. They're not coming into the church parking lot typically. It's the Lord's
Granted-
parking lot.
There was a lot of dirt roads in Fresno for sure. But then that's also a good place to get rolled up on.
We'd always be in alleyways.
Wait, this is a great first question. Okay, so Broads, here's the thing. We've talked with Gray before. We've talked with Ev before. There are already episodes about them. Love you both. But, you've been introed. We're talking about some uncomfortable questions today, maybe some fun stories. So some of the Broads sent them to us. So this is a good question. Like, what's the most awkward hookup you've been caught in?
Awkward you've been caught. I don't even think I've only like been caught by a roommate or two. Oh, one time my older sister, showed up at my house.
Did she make eye contact with you?
Well, I sort of like came out into the hallway, like sort of like covering up with a shirt kind of thing.
Grasping one breast?
And just like really, really stoned. And that was probably the worst part. Anyway, that's not a fun memory to think back on. But like, I've never really been like caught. Have you been caught? I think
One time I got
hot Cheeto.
One time I got walked in on, but that was like
walked in on by who?
an ex.
oh,
Like at a party?
At a party
Oh.
on my birthday.
At your own birthday?
Okay, just tell the
You kind
story.
of get the pass at that
It
point.
was a birthday party. I was in college. It was a big birthday party at my house.
How old were you? Yeah, just tell the story.
21. I think it was my 21st birthday. Actually,
Oh, that's so sad.
it's a Harry Potter themed birthday.
Is that when your parents
Oh,
were there?
that's
Yeah,
epic.
my parents flew up to Portland from LA, and my mom flew up with like a suitcase full of tamales and salsa
Oh.
from my friend's mom's restaurant, and then they bought us kegs, and we had like a big keg party at our house, and it was all Harry Potter themed.
What house are you?
It was called the Tonino House.
No, what
No,
house
what
are you
house?
in?
Harry Potter house?
Oh, Hogwarts.
Hogwarts.
Oh, I mean, Gryffindor.
Dude, that's zero. That's 0 for 2. That's 0 for 2. The first one was what house, and he's like we would know the name of the house you're at. And then second of all, you just name a random thing in the movie. You're just like
Considering that your birthday
wizards.
was themed Harry Potter, you don't sound like the
The
biggest
Millennium Falcon.
what have you guys
Well,
been doing before we started this?
It's been nice. It's been nice being on the podcast.
I kind of think that you were homeschooled and not allowed to watch Harry Potter now.
fan. New theory.
I've been faking it this whole time. No, Gryffindor.
Gryffindor. Okay.
What are you guys? I'm Ravenclaw.
Hey, girl.
You would be.
Same.
Obviously.
What do you think this
Duh.
bitch is?
I have no idea what I am.
I know what you
You're
are.
such a Hufflepuff.
He's a Slytherin, which scares me.
Yeah, I knew it.
You'd go Slytherin?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
and
He
then-
took the test. It was a test.
He took the BuzzFeed quiz, and he's
Three
definitely
questions.
fucking
I don't
Slytherin.
know. I don't know. Slytherin is like
Don't you love when they have the questions that are totally unrelated to, like, where would you go on vacation? Turkey, Greece, or Hawaii? And they're like, you're totally a Gryffindor.
Slytherin to me are people who would like when you have a limited amount of supplies left, they're the ones pilfering. Evan doesn't seem like a pilferer type.
You don't.
Would
know
you
me,
pilfer
man.
for your? What does it count if you would pilfer for his family? Because some people would be like, "We got to do what's fair," and then Evan would be like, "Fuck all y'all! I'm feeding Jess and Ember."
That's where you're
It's
Slytherin.
like, you know what? We had this conversation the other day with my father-in-law, which is the zombie apocalypse kind of situation.
Sure.
You got your family in the house. You got everything you need. Someone knocks on the door. Help me, help me, help me. But it's 50-50, right? You invite them in. Maybe there's zombies. You invite them. It's like you have to gamble. Your compassion has to gamble. And so I think,
well, dude, this is The Walking Dead, dude. This is what separates Rick from everybody else.
Exactly.
Rick takes the Gryffindor road.
he takes the Gryffindor road.
He says it's a we issue.
Who's this sexy guy with the motorcycle?
Jax.
Daryl.
Daryl. Now,
Daryl's
and
good.
Jack.
Daryl's good. Yeah.
Now, Daryl, sorry. Bye, Rick. I'll take Daryl
Yeah, that
any
guy's
fucking day over Rick. Are you fucking kidding me?
Absolutely.
That's pussy shit.
All right,
Daryl's
great.
such a
Sorry.
fucking hard ass.
Finish your story.
How did we get on this?
It was your house.
Your
walking
story.
in.
She said, what was your house?
Oh, yeah. Well, so later on in the
Terrence
birthday-
View Apartments?
301 Allaby Way.
1,100 a month.
You heard of it?
You know it?
Sorry, Gray, we'll let you continue.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't really even. Doesn't matter.
Wait, so your parents are there? Wasn't your mom cooking in the
Yeah, but-
kitchen?
My mom was, dude. It was live.
You can't
my
talk
parents-
away from the mic.
My parents. This was when my dad still drank, and my dad was taking whiskey swills
This
out
is
of the bottle.
pre-sober Jim.
Pre-sober
Woo!
Jim. He was taking whiskey shots straight out of the bottle in the kitchen with my friend on. Because my friend wore roller skates to all the parties, and then
Unreal.
my mom's always been the life of the party, and then yeah, I don't know. Later on, I was hooking up with someone, and I thought I had said goodbye to my ex-girlfriend, but it was one of those, sometimes you just stay at a party.
Uh-oh.
And then she came up to look for me to say goodbye, like a second goodbye, a little later.
Sounds like she still had feelings.
Sounds like someone hadn't gotten over Gray.
It was pretty shitty. It was pretty shitty.
Wait, so when
That-
yeah, go ahead.
That's BS. She knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one goes up in looking for someone at a house party
For a second
upstairs for a
goodbye.
second. Dude, she knew. She saw
Well,
you.
And if it's
She
your
saw that
ex.
shit
It
happen
turned
from day
in-
one. She watched you the whole way, and she's like, "I'm gonna bust him and act like what?"
Why the fuck would you be upstairs in your room otherwise? Maybe like smoking with people or something? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
Let's put her on
there's
blast. Let's
plenty of
roast her.
reasons.
What's her name?
No, there's plenty of
Doing push-ups?
reasons.
Wait, when she came in what state were you?
Yeah, how involved were you?
Full blown.
This is for the OnlyFans.
For the Patreon.
Oh,
You
so
have to subscribe to the Chatty Broads Patreon if you want the real
we don't
tea.
have one yet. but-
I can read between the lines. She was going down on you. It's
Subscribe
fine.
to me and Bekah's Patreon for the tea.
Yeah, Grayston's Patreon.
Yeah, but
Grace
He's just capitalizing on all the shitty stories of me and like videos of me in the bathroom and stuff. He's just like
You're just like taking a
always
bath.
has a little
You're just like casually washing yourself and he's just filming. Not trying to be sexy at all.
I need content for my Patreon.
Oh my god.
scandalous content.
Okay, Broads, we got to take a quick pause because we got to talk about some of our sponsors. And we were going to read this during our quarantine date night, talk about our sponsors. But I just felt like if we had Evan and Gray there, it might get a little too wild, get a little too off the rails.
Rude.
So
That is rude.
So it's just me and Evan here right now. Thank you for joining me, Evan. I appreciate your presence.
I love you, babe.
Okay, so if you spend any time on social media, you've probably seen a variety of celebrities quarantining in their mega mansions, acting like they're just like us, which is a little bit funny because I don't know, but I don't think I'm quarantining in a mansion with a full staff right now. Are they not? Are they here? Am I
I
unaware?
haven't seen them recently.
Where are they?
I don't think we ever hired them.
Oh, it's too
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
Okay, no hate, but I'm just a little bit jealous, maybe. But no matter how glaringly obvious it is that celebrities are nothing like us, there is one way we're exactly the same, and that is how we are whitening our teeth. Of course, I am talking about our favorite whitening system, High Smile. Yes, we love High Smile, used by Bekah and myself and celebrities like Kim Kardashian, Kylie Jenner, and Millie Bobby Brown. We all agree it's the only way to get the white teeth you've always wanted. And now, Ev, you've been using it too.
Yeah, Jess recently got me High Smile, and the system is so easy to use. Just pop the mouth trays in for about 10 minutes a day. 6 days in a row, and that's it. Seriously. And if your teeth are starting to hurt just thinking about using a whitening system, because that's me. I bite into a popsicle. I hit the roof. I have like the weakest teeth ever. Trust me, you have nothing to worry about. I can confidently say after using High Smile, I expect 0 sensitivity, but maximum results.
We both have really sensitive chompers. I mean,
yeah, I don't do well.
Sensitive. No, I don't do well either. I was very scared before I first started High Smile because of my sensitive teeth, but it was crazy. I felt, when I say nothing, I mean I felt nothing. It's amazing. I know most of us aren't going anywhere or seeing anyone right now, so it might be hard to want to put effort into our appearance, and I get that, but I can't emphasize enough how keeping up with our self-care practices and putting just a few minutes a day into yourself makes you just feel like things are a little more normal almost. And for me, keeping those routines has been beyond valuable. Plus, my teeth are looking fabulous on all these Zoom calls. Like, wow, High Smile whitens your teeth so quickly. It's incredible. And Evan and I have been popping in our High Smile trays together at night when we're Netflix and chilling. So cute.
And if you're a little skeptical, High Smile offers a 30-day money-back guarantee. And if you don't see at least 2 shades of whiter teeth after using their kit, not only that, but for Chatty Broads listeners, High Smile is offering 20% off site-wide for a limited time only. Simply visit highsmileteeth.com to shop their range of products and enter the code CHATTY at checkout for 20% off. Again, that's highsmileteeth.com. Enter code CHATTY for 20% off.
And that's HISMILE teeth, highsmileteeth.com. Chatty, code 20% off. Wait, do you have...
Okay, what about you guys? Yeah.
We were probably together. We've had uncomfortable hookups before.
I think the one that takes the cake is your mom.
Yeah. That was definitely one of them.
Oh,
That
tell
one's
this
insane.
story, please. Please tell.
We were... Go ahead.
No, go. I mean, like, I'm trying to think of which... Are you thinking about the one in your old house?
Yes.
In, like, the escapee
Yes.
situation?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh,
Well,
no. How old are you guys?
18, maybe?
Okay.
In the house, like starting the whole process, you know, my pants are off, her
Start
shirt's
the
off, like the whole thing, right? We're like in the middle of it.
Bras off.
We hear the click of the full blown door, like the classic way too early. We didn't know she's gonna be home. So I'm literally nude.
Fully nude.
I might have like a sock on.
Your shoes are probably still on. Let's be honest.
And it got tactical real quick.
Were you a leave their socks on kind of guy?
No, I think we were just
Are
like,
you?
Wait,
are you?
No, I mean,
I'm confused. Were you
Absolutely
guys in
not.
the living room?
So
or
there was the
Yeah.
front door, and then like right from the front door there was a little side room that was kind of like the room we'd watch TV in, and we started hooking
the
up
parlor?
in there.
Oh, you mean the
parlor.
parlor?
I'm sorry. Are you talking about those quarters
The
of my home?
your
room?
billiards room?
yeah.
I'm sorry, that was our tea room. We only drank tea there. But no, we were. It was just like next to the front door, though. Right next to the front door. You're completely nude.
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking of the one we're in the front room. Not the front, but like the living room with the TV.
Oh.
How many times have you guys been caught?
There never.
A
Okay, no,
lot.
this is kind of not a cot. This is kind of pseudo cot. Because we found out later she knew the whole time, but she played it off like she didn't to like spare us.
Okay.
Sneaky woman.
So literally, we hear the click of the door. I'm naked. Okay. So I'm like, oh my, and I grab my stuff, but I only grabbed like a little bit of it because I couldn't get it in time. So I grabbed like a pair of pants, a sock, and like that's it. Maybe my shirts or jackets on the other side of the room. I pick it up, still nude, and it was like a movie. Like mom walks in, I go around the island, like staying low.
Are you
Ninja,
serious?
dude.
Dead serious.
Oh, yeah.
And there's like a big kind of wall section in between like the kitchen. So I'm able to kind of like watch, like hear her steps and naked do one of these things. So she's walking in. Jess is like disheveled, but like acting like she's just watching TV or something.
I had just had my top off
Yeah.
and my bra, so I put those on really
You
quick.
just start doing jumping
I
jacks.
was like, oh my God, hi, Mom. How have you been? I feel like we haven't talked for a while. I was like following her into the kitchen, like trying to start up a conversation, watching Evan nude do like this thing up against the wall.
And I'm literally
No
like
way.
Mission Impossible-ing naked, like doing the thing where she's like walking and I'm walking, like a classic.
So he gets back to the front room, gets all of his clothes on as I'm trying to talk to her, so that by the time my mom goes, I still have more groceries in the car, and she starts walking back, and I was like, wait. Like, I have things I want to talk to you about. She gets to the front door. Evan's standing at the front door fully clothed and is like, Sylvia, how are you? Can I help you with some of those?
Like toilet flushing in the back room, kind of like, like made it look like I was just in the restroom. I just got there. Like, what's going on?
Pulled it off. So it wasn't actually.
Wow.
Wait, so you think she knew the whole time?
No. So we thought like pulled it off beautifully. And then like a year later, she's like, oh yeah, that one time I fully knew.
We like high-fived each other constantly about it. We're like, remember that one time?
She's like, yeah, the belt was on the floor. Like your hair was like this and you were breathing heavy. And Evan was right. Like,
the principal caught us once. We were in the parking lot, and I was going down on you at our high school, and all we hear just like rat tat on the window, and the principal is looking in.
No,
And
that's
he's like,
pretty bad.
He's like, Ambrose, Collins, knock it off. Go back to class. And so we scurried back to class, and then I got called in to the principal's office. He didn't. I did. And the principal's just like, I'm worried about you. You were a good kid. And I don't know.
because you were obviously the aggressor in the situation.
And I
Poor
said,
Evan,
dude, I
the
didn't even
victim.
want it. As I said, I didn't even want it.
Honestly, I
Like-
was.
I don't
would
even
think
know her.
I would think that I was. I don't. I met her today.
Jeez, does she even go here?
Who is she? I don't.
She's just slurping around the place.
She's just too aggressive.
Oh, dude, that's actually really cringy, though. That's a pretty bad
Oh,
one.
and he called me in, and he was like, I'm worried about you. You were a good kid, blah, blah, blah. I was like, on the worship
And he's like,
team.
but I'll let you off.
No, but then he goes,
What are you doing? Chopping off boys in the
then he
parking
goes,
lot.
but then he goes like, he starts talking, then he's like, oh, has anyone told you ever look like Belinda Carlisle? And I'm like, who's that? And he's like, she's a singer of whatever band. He's like, she used to be my big crush in high school. And I was like, I have to go. I like took off.
I have to go.
Bruh, even going up and knocking on the window of people
That's heavy.
going down on each other, that's creepy. I'm
Sketchy.
sorry.
Very sketchy.
It's sketchy. Just turn a blind eye. It'll be done in like 30 seconds.
Kids
bro.
will be
It's not that big of a
kids.
deal.
Yeah, but these are
40
kids in
seconds,
high school,
Bekah.
dude.
Yeah,
40.
but that's what I'm saying. It's almost like creepy to go up and knock on the window of high schoolers having sex. I mean, it's one thing if you're a cop, but if you're
Well,
like
they
the
weren't having
principal-
sex, right?
No,
was-
I was going
she
down,
was sucking
but it
his
was
dick.
but it was a very
having
small
sex.
school. Like it was like 150 kids. Like he knew
Right.
all of us, so that made it even more uncomfortable. It wasn't like some huge high school and you like knock on some window and keep walking. It was
Yeah,
like
it's not like it was like Santa Monica High.
no,
It's not 2,000 kids.
there was just a few
And you're
of
just
us.
regulating like pregnancies. It's
I
like
don't know,
definitely
bro.
like
We had
That is the way to
4,000
regulate
kids,
pregnancies.
4,000 kids, and we had full-on daycare.
Yeah.
really.
Yeah,
That is
there's like full
incredible.
daycare facility at the high school.
Wow. That's
Okay,
I
I
think that's cool, man. It's like
It was super cool.
super cool.
At lunch, you'd see the baby train. They'd have those
No.
strollers. The strollers where it fits like 10 rows of kids.
Yeah.
Wow! Oh my god,
That is
LA
the-
is
Those
so
are so
different.
crazy.
That is the coolest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, you'd have girls going to high school, going to class.
Of course.
It's like
Well, it's good for people to have an option.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like know that they
Taking
can
care of
Honestly, it was
people.
like with the size of the school, it was like you kind of did get exposed to a little bit of everything, and just kind
Because
of
you had what, like 4,000, 5,000
yeah, 4,000 kids. So you had people coming from all over West LA, and yeah, it was definitely like, I don't know. I feel like it was good for just get variety.
Yeah.
On like to have something like that be normal, to just be like, yeah, some
yeah.
people, and a constant reminder of like, yeah, you can get pregnant at 16 years old and have a baby,
And you also have the option,
and
like
suddenly you need to be like, what are you
yeah. And
what
if
are
your
you doing
parents,
about that?
If you want to have the child and your parents are at home and they're like, I'm not taking care of that baby, you're like, well, at least I
And it
know
was
that there's
public
someone who
school.
can help during school.
Yeah, and it's public school, so it's like it's also it's provided daycare. It's not like it's it's just there.
Costs anyway.
That's lovely.
It's pretty cool.
I feel like I've brought this up so much in real life, but never on the podcast. What I think is so weird looking back on is, did you guys ever do that thing where like you'd be at a friend's house and it would be like that friend's house whose like parents are divorced, so you're over at the dad's house who doesn't give a fuck, and then like 2 or 3 couples are just like in a room in the dark. You guys are all hanging out and you guys are all just hooking up in the same room in the dark. What the fuck was up with that shit?
It's
kinky as
bizarre
fuck, and yet it was the most normal thing. Like, I remember being with 2 other couples in a big ass SUV parked like at the park, and we're all just fucking like fingering each other or whatever the fuck in the car, like just in our separate little couples. Just doing our
totally
thing.
Could look over and just check out exactly what's going on.
But like it wasn't even like a second thought. Did you guys do that shit?
Oh, completely, yeah.
So weird, right? Like, at what point did you transition out of it where it became weird?
I remember hooking up in a 15-passenger van, like not in the back row.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
like,
as we were driving.
Like the white vans that have the
Yes.
sections. I remember like there's like the first one, there's like the middle one, and then there's the back one. I remember being in the middle.
We were on our way to a missions trip, my God.
Horny teenagers have the lowest standards.
They don't care.
But I just don't even remember like it crossing my mind as like a weird thing. It was just what we did.
What was weird for me was I visited my friends in UCSB at UC Santa Barbara in college.
Okay. Yeah.
And they lived on Playa Vista. So these are like beachfront properties. And they told me that, you know, these houses were going for like, it was like $10,000 to $12,000 a month you rent these houses for. So you have, and they're like 4-bedroom houses, but like 12 people live in the house and everyone's paying like $1,000 a month.
That's what people would do in Newport
so
too,
they'd take like one of the bedrooms and there would just be a row of like 4 to 5 beds with just bed sheets dividing them. And people paying $1,000 a month, and it was like literally sardines.
Oh,
and this
my
is
God.
that was normal.
This is back like the Industrial Revolution.
That was normal on those things, and that was like how people's college relationships operated. Was like you just smash in between bed sheets.
Yeah, it's like the Jersey Shore.
And you didn't give a fuck. People would they were like, yeah, you just sleep with your headphones in. Everyone listens to music to go to bed.
I mean,
and that's
like, a little bit. You're still trying to preserve.
The girls' houses were the same way.
You're
though. The
still
guys'
trying
houses,
to preserve
like,
some decency, though. If you have
with
a
the
sheet
fucking
in between,
bed sheet.
Yeah,
it's like a brothel.
But that's still different than like I remember practically like being on the same bed, like on 2 sides of a queen bed, just fucking hooking up.
I feel like when you're 16 though, it's like whatever.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a little more innocent.
That's
when you're
what I'm
like
saying. When does it
19
transition?
When you're like 20 years old.
Yeah, I don't know when that changed.
I wasn't doing. I wasn't doing that at 20.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't either. I don't know when that changed. I do remember being in high school and we'd be in the jacuzzi at my parents' house. There'd be 3 couples and we'd all be like going at each other.
Like no one's hands are above water.
No, everything's under the water, squished together.
That couple's having anal over there. You guys.
You turn on the tide pool effect in the jacuzzi. It's a full orgy. Unintentional.
How much has changed though? You know, like if the planets are in the right alignment, you know.
I think like it maybe changed. You're just so creepy.
You know how it is.
You know how it is. I feel like though, I don't know, because I got in a serious relationship my senior year and I felt like once I got in a real relationship, we weren't doing it anymore.
Whatever. We have
like
low
my
standards.
Senior year.
Me and Bekah are about to have 2 kids and we're just dating.
Yeah, what's your guys' deal?
And both of those were in a room with 14 other friends.
But I think that.
All right, what's the next question?
Okay, so this isn't a sex one. We have to balance this out. I think you guys have done this before, but it was like your favorite thing about your partner and the thing that drives you the most crazy.
Well, why don't we say during the quarantine?
Oh, that's a yes.
Because that way it's not so like general, overbearing, romantic.
Love that. She's a professional, people. She's a professional.
Okay, during quarantine, favorite and thing that drives me nuts. Oh, I've already got the thing that drives me nuts.
It's probably going to be the same thing that drives me nuts from the opposite perspective.
Ooh.
Spill it.
Sounds like you guys are ready to roll.
All right, say the item. Say the item on 3.
What?
The thing that it centers around, your complaint.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Coffee.
TV.
No.
Oh.
I knew it
now we
wasn't
have
going to
2
be the
problems.
same thing.
Oh, shit.
We have 2 problems.
I knew it wasn't going to be the same thing. Okay, the thing that's driving me the most crazy is that Gray's leaving his beverages all over the house within reach of Ruth. I told him yesterday, I was like, please, just when you set down your beverage, put it out of Ruth's reach. Because the amount of coffee and beer that has been spilled around the house. It's driving me nuts.
Everything that I'm drinking out of, she needs to have.
She needs to have it. She needs to have the beer, the wine,
needs
the
to
coffee.
drink it.
She needs it.
We have
She's
a
a
nice
thirsty
rug,
girl.
and I was
Talking the direction of the
on my
ocean.
computer, and Ruth just dumped my entire coffee cup, like a full cup of coffee, just upside down, like trying to drink my beverage,
Oh God.
on a white rug.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Love that.
So that was rough. And then it's happened like 3 times after that.
And then also in the time she hasn't spilled it,
But I need to have my coffee.
I keep finding it right before she grabs it. So I'm like, just put it out of reach, or get a spill-proof cup.
Yeah. You
But-
need to drink out of a child's cup with a little
That's
sippy
what
lid
I
on it.
Like the little ones you have to bite down. You know those ones I'm talking about.
There's 2 choices here.
Yeah.
But for me, we try to like be cognizant of not doing like a lot of screen time with Ruth. So it's like, limited to maybe half an episode of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood a day.
Child's
So
play.
I usually within 5 minutes of putting her to bed, I've got the TV on, because I'm like, it's veg out time, and every single time she's like, how'd I know? How'd I know the TV is gonna be on? Oh, let's not do that right now. Let's clean the whole damn house again
Oh yeah.
before you watch TV.
The clean thing is like very much like it's like a mood. It's like all of a sudden the person is ready to clean, and it's almost like being like, I'm ready to run
It's
10
so
miles.
true.
Anytime we're like,
It's
oh yeah,
kinda
we're
like
gonna watch a movie
It's kind of
tonight.
like when you're really in the mood for sex and the other person isn't, and you're like, I have to do
You
this
have
now.
to. All of
Oh
a
my
sudden,
God.
my anxiety's like skyrocketing. I'm like, the house is disgusting, and like I have
You
to clean
sit
it
down.
all.
You sit down.
Are you like that at night, Jess? Because I get like that at night, very randomly.
Not at night, in the day.
Typically during the
Oh, okay.
day when Ember's awake, and so then I toss Ember to Evan, and I'm just like, I must clean, and he's just like, wait, I thought that I was gonna be able to. I was like, no, I'm anxious. I have to do it now.
Becca's is whenever we're about to press play to start a movie.
Yeah, that would be rough. You're finally
She's like,
settling
oh, I
down.
can't. I just can't watch the movie knowing what the kitchen looks like.
Well, when we finish dinner and then go right into the movie.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys tell your least favorite things,
Go.
and we'll all
COVID pet
random.
peeves.
You go.
I know my favorite now too.
So during the quarantine, I would say my least favorite thing is that Evan has started to use the bathroom often. And when I say often, I mean like once an hour for like fucking 30 minutes. And I'm like, I know you're not shitting, okay? Like I am aware that you're not shitting. I hear
It's the Wi-Fi's better in there.
I hear your whatever the fuck you're listening to, like whatever podcast you're listening to, I hear it from the bathroom, and we both are dealing with Ember now. So hey, like,
How many dads do you think pretend to poop on a regular basis to escape just like a little bit of
And
peace and
mothers,
quiet from
too.
their kids?
And mothers too. for
Okay,
sure,
let me be
but-
very clear about something.
I do it a lot.
I never fake the poop. It's a
Linger
it's a
in the
back-end
bathroom
problem. It's a
after.
back end problem, no pun intended. It's like I pooped, and then I'm gonna just add 20 to this.
okay, what about me?
Bro.
You. Okay.
Nothing, babe. You're perfect.
It's just that you smile too much. No. Okay, you know what? It's
The thing is, you're too patient about my shortcomings.
you work too hard and you care too much.
I
and
wish
that's-
you'd come down on me a little more. You know, I'd like to grow more. You're too kind.
Okay, it's similar to the cleaning thing that you're talking about, Gray, but it's not. Well, I'm gonna go 2 things.
Fun.
No. They're small, so
Stack
they're
it.
not, I'm gonna stack it, but they're small stacks, so it's not a big deal. The first one is that you get randomly overwhelmed with like life at random times that are the most inconvenient on the planet Earth. So here's how it works with me. I'm about to jump into a session. I'm about to do I have a whole session set up. It's 4 hours of work. Here we go. And 14 seconds before I'm walking out, it's like, I can't do life anymore. And I'm just like, okay, that is a massive comment. And I this isn't like quick, can you grab that thing and bring it out? It's like we need to talk for 4 hours about how life is structured. And I'm just like,
I'm like, we need to start this from the ground up, okay?
because
Honestly, this isn't working for me.
Yeah, no.
What?
It's like
This
everything. I'm like,
Kind
like
of.
the structure of our whole life is not working for me, and it's just her being like, "Yo, I'm having a day," but I hear it as like, "Okay, cool." I'm texting the guy on Zoom, being like, "Hey, I need 20 minutes to get to. I stubbed my toe. Can you give me a second? Like whatever."
I have to poop.
Yeah, I have to go back until she's calling my name. And then the other small one is, me and Gray are very like on the same page here. Right as I'm about to fall asleep, she goes, "Hey, can you scratch my back?"
Can you scratch my
Yeah,
back?
I'm like,
That's
I'm,
Grayston.
sorry. I'm like, what?
I need it.
And she's like, "Can you scratch
No.
my back? Like, can you get to work, basically? Can you
I
start?
need
Can you
that
start
shit.
sweating like this?"
Arm in the most uncomfortable
We
position
will
ever.
literally be going to bed, hop into bed, turn the lights out, and that's when Bekah starts the serious conversations.
Oh, got it.
Oh,
Yeah.
as soon as the lights are off, really?
So you have this
Literally
we
is
have the
like-
No, it's
exact
in
same-
bed.
The most I'm half asleep and she just drops like
A
the
bomb.
2-ton question. Yeah, literally the bomb. And I'm like immediately just razor sharp on edge because I'm like, are you kidding?
Any
We're gonna start a 6-hour conversation. Just
Are you attracted
at 11:30?
to my friend more than me?
Well, that's
What?
one of our questions.
Well, and then on the opposite end,
Can you just be like, good night, baby. Love you too. Can you tell me why you love me?
I think that can be a simple, sweet answer. And Grayson's always like, then his response is like, why do you ask me this all the time? Okay, on the flip side though, he will get in bed, like he'll stay up like 45 minutes later watching TV, and then he'll get in bed. And when I'm dead asleep, I do not like being woken up out of dead ass sleep.
No.
No.
Wake her up every time.
No, and that's the time
Every
an
time.
hour later when Gray comes to spoon me and be like, you know why I love you? And I'm like, get the fuck off me now.
Revenge.
Especially
Revenge.
pregnant. You're like, I'm
I'm
finally
like,
comfortable.
how dare you wake me? How dare you wake me from my slumber?
Or is he just trying to get laid?
No, he's literally just like,
he's just telling
I'm
you.
he's literally like, I'm just so grateful for you and what you do for our
you're like, "Too
family. And it's when I'm asleep. When I'm like, and then I'll be like, babe, I'm asleep right now. That's very sweet, but I'm asleep. Okay, my favorite thing is that it kind of reminds me when we first started dating, because Grayson's been cooking a lot for me. But I think it's just because he's happy because he's been surfing and stuff, and he does have more time on his hand. So he'll just be like happily cooking in the kitchen
Oh, that's
while
nice.
me and Ruth are like doing something in the living room, and then we have like delicious, lovely meals, and it's the best. That's my favorite thing right now, this week at least.
That this week, and it's lovely. Gray.
Yeah, it's been, I mean, having being able to go surf's been super
No, my
nice.
favorite.
I love you, dude. I haven't seen you in a while. You're killing me right now. That's just like my favorite. That's just the best response you could. Don't even. No, that's it. We're done. Now it's our turn. That was it. That was the best. That was you. Just you aced it. You aced it, dude. You know what just happened, dude? You were asleep in class, and the teacher called on you, and you're like, "Yeah, Bulgaria." And you're like, "What? This is math." And you're like, "Ah, that was worth a shot."
Oh my god, I'm crying. Okay. Jess, what's your favorite thing? Oh my god.
Oh,
We'll go back to you, Gray.
You're welcome back.
he's like, "Yeah, I like surfing too."
It's been top notch. The waves have been fire.
I bought a new board.
Well, my favorite thing is that is that Evan makes me laugh really hard, and we also just like can talk about everything. So it's been so nice to be with someone who I just like. He's like my favorite person to like go to dinner with anyways when we're not in quarantine.
I literally thought you were joking when you started this. I don't know why. You're like, we make each other laugh so much. And I was like, that's good.
It's like another work too hard, care too much.
You're like, nice.
You know, when you're stuck in quarantine with your twin flame, nothing could be better.
Our fire is literally, we don't use a heater here. Our fire is.
We don't need that bullshit because our passion. No, but it's true. We have fun talking together. So it's like at nighttime, I haven't felt, you know what it is? I haven't felt really lonely. And I thought maybe I would when it was like, oh, I can't see my friends. And I miss a lot of my friends. But at the same time, it's like, okay, at the end of the day, like when we were eating dinner together, like we have fun conversation and I don't feel lonely.
Dude, for real, I've been hearing people say stuff like apparently more people are divorcing and separating and stuff right now, which I don't know how that works when you can't leave your house. But
what a nightmare.
But I do feel like it's pretty clarifying when you're like, oh, this person is definitely one of my best friends, and I still I like being stuck with them, and it's actually I feel like it's gotten more fun as the weeks have gone by than like worse. It's kind of like we're loosening up into everything the more time we spend. So it's like, oh well.
Luckily, we're not with like knives at each other's throat.
Yeah.
We're basically just hanging out with Ruth every single day.
Yeah,
it's like Saturday every single morning. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Evan wants to kill me when it comes to that.
When it comes to what?
The work. Because...
You mean you working?
No, like you... Evan's job is in the phase 4. It's stage 4 for the opening.
For real.
And so it's like... And he's like... He's happy. You're happiest when you're like...
When I'm working a lot, I just love it. I love working a lot. I like busy. I like traveling.
Tinkering.
It's just like... Because like right up until this happened, I think I worked 30 days straight. Like 10-hour days. And I had traveled...
You were
like
buckling down for a season.
And I was buckling down for like
the season was going to be
2-3
wild.
months of like hardcore. And I love it. Like it's my favorite thing to do. I love what I do. I like traveling. I like working with different artists. And it was like, you know, when your head is just like, here we go. And then it like, I remember I was, and I'm curious because with you, Gray, but I remember I was in rehearsal and all of a sudden the email started hitting. Like I was in rehearsal, it was like ding, 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 ding. And I was like, Corona thing's getting really crazy. And it was 24-hour period where like I went from like 2-3 months of work straight to 0. And the rehearsal that I was in was like 3-4 more days. And when they cut it down to like just 1 more day. So it was just literally like
happening so
it was
fast.
like you lived in a tree house and like some dude just was like, oh cool, and I just cut the tree down and you just whole thing fell. It was crazy.
I remember when we were talking about him having to close like hypothetically, and I didn't really think it was gonna happen, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh no, we got shut down today.
That's so
and then
wild.
also like we had the idea in our head of like, oh sweet, we'll just go camping for
2
like
weeks,
2 weeks.
a week. Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought
2 weeks
too.
is closed. Yeah, we're like, we'll go camping, like we'll go do some climbing, and then before it was like immediately it was like campgrounds shut down, like can't leave your house.
Oh,
and it was like, oh
no, like you and I were talking, Bekah, we're like, let's record like a bunch kind of like in a row, and then we'll just kind of like do our thing for 2 weeks, and you know, and
go to Palm Springs.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyhow.
Enough of the COVID.
Evan.
Okay, my favorite thing about Jess is that she doesn't ever play the role of like tit for tat, of like, I have this much to do, you have this much to do, therefore you take the kid for this long. You know what I mean? Like she's always just like, if I have a spare moment to take the kid, I'll take her. Or if I have a spare moment to take care of this, you can go and do your thing. And I think that like that's hard in these positions, right? We're all kind of fighting for those moments of breath. Totally. And so she never makes me feel like never feels like there's a board. And like I watched it.
I have the board going. I have the tallies.
Yeah, I was
running.
gonna say that's beautiful.
No, that's
we
what I'm saying. And I feel like,
for tat.
and I even feel like I'll feel that way sometimes, and I'll kind of like have a moment, you know. But like she never does, and I think that she totally could, because I am not nearly as busy as she is, and so I think that like that's a very beautiful thing, is that you don't like you're always just willing to like help hook me up, and so
we'll break down the last month of how many times we watched Ruth for each other.
Like hours. You got like,
well, yeah.
Look at that little guy.
That's Ashley.
Our small pup just came on the screen for anyone listening.
Oh my gosh.
It's just
Look at that
something
little
weird
guy.
just happened. He's-
Clearly, we are not abiding by quarantine protocol. There is a small man apparently.
She is so cute.
Thank you. She's the light of my life.
She is the best.
Dude, we feel so bad because Ruth loves little dogs.
She loves any kind of dog,
And we're just like, no.
but she loves cats more, and we have cats.
That's
so.
good.
She's so cute chasing the kitty cats. Gray, are you gonna say something about Bekah before we wrap?
Oh, a nice thing, the thing that I love the most
Yes.
about Bekah.
Mm-hmm. During the quarantine times, the Corona times.
I will say,
I love that her business hasn't been affected by
thank you, Broads.
We love you.
Thank you, listeners.
I love that
and
me and
rate.
Gray are both just like stay-at-home dads. We're like, thank you. We want to take the time to thank all of our sponsors. I have a list.
FabFitFun. How would we do it without
much.
you?
I'm looking directly at you.
Gray and Evan are both wearing
I'm
Broad
looking
Squad
at-
t-shirts. They're just like hardcore fans now.
Their shirts don't even Broad Squad. It's just like hello smile.
So she did that little
FabFitFun. Rothy's. Thank you. You're
Use code we love Gray and Evan for an extra 10% off on Broad merchandise after this episode releases.
Oh my god.
Okay, so what were you saying?
No, I think my favorite thing about Bekah is simultaneously one of the things that gets on my nerves the most, which are the things of like, we don't need to watch TV tonight. Like, we busted out her art box the other night as like, we literally aren't using it throughout the entire day. So it gets on my nerves sometimes. And I'm like,
The TV.
I know for a goddamn fact people are just sitting blowing through series every single day. And like, we're not doing that. So leave me this moment, you know? I'm like, serenity now. But she's like, no, because we always talk about wishing we had more time to do things. Like, both of us painted for, like, she's still doing painting and stuff like that. But like, I took painting in college and high school. And she's like, let's bust out the oil paints. Let's bust out acrylics. Let's, you know, the other night we made a big, what do you call it? I used some term and
Like
it
a
was like
collage.
clearly a term my mom had made up. Hodgepodging.
No, hodgepodge is like
Okay.
he's just making.
Well,
a
yeah,
collage.
we're making a collage on a canvas to later paint on, and it was like, you know,
That's so
pushing us to
nice.
spend our time doing that kind of stuff
Yeah.
because I feel like we're not alone in always fantasizing about wanting the time to do projects like that.
Yeah.
And now she's really pushing us to actually do it because we have the time.
I hate wasted time.
And I do love that we actually are doing things like that in this time, which is allowing us to have like a positive headspace when dealing with things like we were talking about before. Like, we're on a delayed program. These deadlines don't mean shit for you and me right now.
Yeah.
Ours are completely ambiguous and up in the air. So feeling like we are getting something
You guys are gonna remember it
like this
forever.
real, yeah, like it's
Yeah.
it's an amazing experience to have like a 13 or 14-month-old daughter right now that we get to spend endless time with.
It's such a fun age to
You
be
know?
stuck with her at right now.
Oh,
at
it's
home.
the best.
And we're fortunate
age. Oh
that
my
given
God.
like we're still making ends meet,
Yeah.
you know. for
Broad
us.
Squad.
Broad Squad strong.
Yeah, all my money's gone.
We
Completely.
honestly, we haven't been spending any time together. We've just been online shopping like crazy. The money is out
Oh, bro, I have to say, I've been getting a little carried away.
with the online shopping.
Dude, the online shopping deals are nuts.
They're crazy.
I don't have any casual business. I don't really have any nice clothes. I'm pretty much like shorts, t-shirt, gym shoes, that's it. Like Vans. So we went on some sites and I was like, "Oh, Banana Republic's like 60% off." Here we go. Every single freaking clothing store is like 60%
Gray's
off right
head
now.
to toe Gucci. It's just like there's no money
Dude,
left.
that
but
Cooking and
That's
Gucci. Cooking and
stimulus
Gucci, my new
check.
show.
That stimulus tech from Donald just went straight
to my new
into
slides.
some new wardrobes. Yeah. Can't wait.
Oh my god. All right, gotta pause again for 1 second. Broads, you all know, I'm sure, that we all spend a significant amount of time in bed, maybe now more than ever, but did you know that over a lifetime on average, you spend about 36 years in bed. 36 years. For a place you spend almost half of your life, it would be in your best interest to make it the most comfortable place in your house. And one way to do that is to switch to the perfect set of sheets so you're maximizing your time spent in bed. Well, we've done some of the legwork for you and found our favorite sheet set that will definitely become your favorite. It's Ettitude. I mean, Evan will not shut up about Ettitude.
It changed my life.
I'm
a new person.
The day that I brought these sheets home, I do not think you have ever loved me more.
It became so real and so deep, our love. Ettitude's premium bamboo bedding is changing the way people sleep and live. I am one of those people. They are not only the most comfortable sheets you'll ever sleep in, but as a company, they put sustainability first, which is so important. You got to protect our planet, not just for us, for our little kiddos and their kiddos, and so on and so on. Come on. Ettitude's manufacturing process completely eliminates the use of toxic chemicals while saving energy and water. And they make an active effort to reduce their carbon footprint at every step of the process.
And Evan is not exaggerating at all by saying that these are the most comfortable sheets you'll ever sleep in. After we switched, I swear to you, I fell asleep faster and I slept better than I ever did using cotton sheets, which by comparison now feel like sandpaper to me because I am a queen that uses Ettitude now, okay? I also love that these sheets wick away moisture to help regulate the body temperatures because it is getting really hot in Los Angeles right now, and there's nothing to ruin a good night's sleep more than waking up in a pool of your own sweat. And Ettitude takes care of all of that. And I've never woken up feeling more rested thanks to them. Also, Father's Day, I just realized is coming up like in about a month. And I feel like this would be a great gift. I mean, Ev, you definitely fell more in love with me after I got these. So.
It's like another set and another set after that.
All right, well, there you go.
Ettitude sheets. They're soft as silk, breathable as linen, but at the price of cotton. You're going to love them. And right now, Chatty Broads listeners will get 20% off their sheet set and free shipping. Just text CHAT, that's CHAT, to 64,000. The only way to get 20% off your Ettitude sheets and free shipping is to text CHAT to 64,000. That is CHAT, CHAT, to 64000.
Okay, broads, let's be honest. Getting mail as an adult isn't that exciting. It's mostly bills or junk and sad things like that, but we all know the most wonderful feeling of opening the mailbox is something you've been looking forward to, and you all know what box I get the most excited for. It's, all right, Evan, let's see if you're going to be able to do this with me. It's FabFitFun. Oh my God, you know my podcast. I'm so touched. That's also a nationwide anthem now.
Yeah, it's a number one hit.
Absolutely. And it's good reason because FabFitFun is the best. FabFitFun is the premium subscription box that brings you so many new products across a variety of categories, all delivered right to your door in seasonal boxes. I swear, every time I get my FabFitFun box, I find a new favorite product that I end up buying again later on. The curation of products is so well done, and the valuable is unbeatable. If you already are a FabFitFun member, you know that the customization options for the summer 2020 box just came out, and they are looking so good. One thing I made sure to select is the tie-dye L-Space beach towel for my box because, hey, a girl can dream, right? It's just a nice glimmer of hope that someday I'll be able to lay out at the beach again, but for now, it's the perfect afternoon addition to Picnics with Ember. So sweet. And keeping in the theme of sunny days, I made sure to add the Hydropeptide Moisture Reset Face Oil to my box, which I actually have used in the past, and I fell in love with it. So I was so excited to see that it was offered in the summer 2020 box. And guess what? Evan stole it immediately. I swear to God. Evan, you steal... Every time I get my FabFitFun box, Evan goes in and steals all my face products.
I'm new to the face game. Okay, I'm trying to like get a little younger, get a little more spry. Okay, and
you take all my FabFitFun stuff.
Yeah, what I do is I steal them when you're away and you have no idea. You just thought it never came.
It's either the face products are gone or like some of the gold jewelry. What a thief.
We have a similar taste. But there are always so many cool things in these boxes, and you and Ember always have such a fun time opening it. I just want to be a part of it.
I get that.
I actually got one as a gift for my mom, and she loved it. The box retails for $49.99, but always has a value of over $200. That's a great gift. I'm an incredible son.
You are just an amazing son. Seriously, Broads, the customizable products this season are so amazing. You do not want to miss out. It's time to customize your box for the summer season. So sign up today to receive your first box and join a community of over 1 million women who are already obsessed. Use coupon code CHATTY for $10 off your first box at fabfitfun.com, making that box only $39.99. Again, that's $10 off when you use code CHATTY at fabfitfun.com.
Okay, I got some. I'm gonna sprinkle in some like Marry, Fuck, Kill.
Oh, yeah, let's get
please.
some-
Let's get those going.
Beverage.
All right, Marry, Fuck, Kill. Donald Trump, Bernie Sanders, and Hillary Clinton. Boys first.
Oh, God.
Trump, Sanders, Hillary Clinton.
Oof.
Mary Sanders, fuck Trump, kill Hillary.
Wow. You're gonna fuck Donald Trump over Hillary Clinton?
For revenge.
For revenge.
You know, like I could really build his expectations up and then dramatically let him down.
See,
And
I understand that
make him think that I was invested for a lot more than I wanted, when really it was just a quick thought, a quick Friday night fling.
No, yeah, that's the part. Gray would make Donald fall in love with him, and then he would really screw him over.
Fuck him up for life. Do that one. Make him hesitant.
The one that got away.
Make him hesitant to ever emotionally engage in another relationship.
Oh, make him
ever
second
again.
guess himself.
Yeah.
So
through
he just
years of
becomes so
therapy.
insecure.
He's just
Put him
the
through
most
years of
He's just
insecure
like, we should do
president.
this
Have
thing.
him looking
Maybe I don't know. What do you
backwards.
think?
Have him looking backwards on this moment, just wishing that he'd never noticed me.
Oh my! It's just you make him incredibly insecure.
Oh my god.
What about you, Ev?
I'm gonna marry Hillary because she's got that like crazy money. So I'm
Yeah.
just
For real,
gonna,
she's got
And
Walmart
power.
money.
she's
She's
just
got
got
influence and power.
political 30-year career money that like is buried in Panama banks, like so she's got some offshore accounts that are just insane. So I'll be just like the dude who like cruises around in her nice cars and sends her texts and be like, you got it, girl, you're gonna win. And then I will I guess I'll have to kill Trump.
Okay.
And then
So you'd fuck Bernie Sanders?
I'd fuck Bernie
fuck
Sanders because I think he'd be generous. He'd be a generous lover. He's generous to the people. He's a good guy. I think he's like always available. He's like,
He's into that socialist
He's
sex.
socialist
all
sex.
about.
He's like, we
he's
all
a
get
fair
it.
exchange.
No one gets out
He's
of
a-
here without pleasure.
He's a fair exchange kind of guy.
These are the best answers I could not
He's
have
a
come
fair
up with.
exchange. I feel bad about murdering Hillary, but she really does. I mean, just
She's not doesn't do it for
I'm
you.
really neutral. I feel other ways. Like
doesn't
I'm gonna marry Bernie's integrity.
Yeah.
That goes a long way for
Yeah.
me in
And
terms
push you
of
to be a
that.
better
And-
person.
Understood.
He'd make a
Yeah.
great father.
He really would make an incredible father.
Incredible.
Okay. Hannah Ann, Maddie, and Kelly. Marry, fuck, kill.
Oh, Evan
Okay.
didn't watch this season, so he's out of this
Okay,
one.
so Jess.
Marry, fuck, kill. Wait, Hannah Ann, Maddie, and Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
I would fuck Hannah Ann 100%.
Yeah.
Because I would get lost in those eyes, honey, for sure.
No, okay.
Remember that was our theory, is that
No. I think that I would marry Hannah Ann, though.
100.
I would marry Kelly.
Okay.
Kelly's like, she is a lawyer. She's my business partner in life, in the bedroom, with our children. So Maddie's
That's
dead
true.
at
That's
the end
a
of the day.
power
Sorry.
lesbian couple.
Yeah, it is, right? Okay.
Yeah, so either way, Maddie does not
You
make
guys-
it to
Sorry,
tomorrow.
Maddie.
Wow, I'm
you,
so
so
sorry.
you're lovely, but you're just not part of this equation.
I would marry Hannah Ann because I need someone to do my housewife work and like stage Instagram photos for us. I don't want to deal with that kind
Sure.
of shit anymore. She can take over. She can be the domestic engineer, and
Domestic
I will
engineer.
be the power mind of the couple.
I love that. So then you
Yeah.
fuck Kelly.
What?
So then you fuck
I fuck
Kelly or
Kelly.
Maddie. I just feel like you can't with
Okay.
Maddie because Maddie, that just is not going to be okay because she's not okay with it. So I wouldn't
Oh,
do
she's
that.
definitely not okay
Yeah.
with that. I don't want that to be uncomfortable. I don't want that to be a
No,
bad or
no.
traumatic experience.
Evan, do you
for
not
her.
know who these three are?
Hardly,
I'm
I
bad
feel
with
like.
names to start off with, and then I do know who Hannah Ann is.
Really?
I'm pretty sure, but
You would
the
marry
others
Hannah
I'm
Ann
not
and
sure you're
fuck
talking
Maddie.
about. Let me look them up while you're talking.
Yeah.
Wait, you would marry?
I'm the least. I'm the least. I would. I'm the least attracted to Kelly, so I would kill her,
Really?
and I would have sex with Madison because she seems like way too much going on there for a marriage.
Okay.
And Hannah Ann, because I honestly was like, I don't know, watching the season, I'd be like, Hannah Ann's the one you'd marry off that season.
Yeah.
She was pretty much like, I don't know.
Kelly
like,
seems chill to marry.
huh?
Kelly seems chill.
Kelly
to marry.
does seem chill to marry.
depending on
Kelly
what you're
also laid
looking-
it out. Kelly laid it out so hard. I'm just disappointed that Kelly is now hooking up with Pete because I thought her speech walking off the show
I
really
know.
sized it up of like,
I know.
that's the kind of guy you are. But now Kelly, you're hooking up with
But
Peter,
now you're
please.
dating him. It's official.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah.
Sad. Sympathy to you.
Sad.
Hannah Ann laid it out though. She's like, I literally did every single thing you asked of me.
Hannah Ann was
And
a
that's when
queen.
Grayston was like sold.
I was like 100%.
That's when you got lost in those beautiful eyes, for sure. I'm there with you. I'm there with you.
Okay, so fuck, marry, kill, ranch mayo sour cream.
Ooh. Ranch, mayo, sour.
I'm marrying ranch for sure. Ooh, no, I might marry sour cream.
I love sour cream.
Yeah, I feel like it's a tough one because ranch, it's a little zesty. So that's more of like, I'm going to hop in the sack quicker with ranch because it's zesty.
Well, you got to think about what are you going to have the most prolonged romance with?
Yeah.
What's going to make the most sense long term?
You can put sour
Dumb.
cream in a lot of shit, right? You can use it
Dude,
as
mayo
replacements.
Mayo's got to go. Mayo, I'm about to.
Murder mayo
Dude,
2020.
mayo and mustard with potatoes though.
What is, I've never heard of such a thing.
Like
Mayo and mustard with French fries is out of this world good.
Ranch, though?
Ugh.
Ranch isn't as good on French fries as
I don't
mayo
know
and
if I'm
mustard.
marrying ranch or sour cream.
I like ranch on
Evan?
pizza.
fuck sour cream, marry ranch, kill mayo.
Decisive.
Sour cream's a little wild.
Really? I feel like sour.
well,
I would
sour
probably
cream,
marry-
It's literally got a zest to it. It's a little wild. It's like a one and done, but you don't put it on everything, right? Like sour cream's
Well, I
not like
kind
a
of think of it as like a Scandinavian thing
Sure.
that you could
but
incorporate
ranch
in
is
many
like
meals.
ranch is daily. Like
Yeah,
you could
he eats
put
a lot
ranch
of
on
ranch.
See-
I don't eat a lot of ranch, but I would if I had more of it around here.
Not one of those condiments is in our fridge. They're all forgettable for me.
Mm.
Dijon mustard. Now we're talking. I'd fuck Dijon mustard and marry it every single day.
Dijon mustard, sriracha,
Oh yes,
Yeah.
and wait. Dijon mustard, sriracha,
Soy
and,
sauce.
and soy sauce. Oh, marry, fuck, kill. That's really hard for me.
Wow,
Soy
I would marry soy sauce, fuck sriracha, and kill the Dijon.
Ooh, I do enjoy it.
Yeah.
Soy sauce is so good to cook
Okay,
with, dude.
I'm ready to mix it up and get another uncomfortable.
Let's do it.
question.
Uncomfortable.
Okay.
Can I have a beer? Come on.
This is going to be an uncomfy one.
Okay.
Okay. This is a quick fun one. How much money would it take for you to leave your current partner?
I honestly, there's not any amount of money because I would just think like, oh, I could have that money, or like I'm happy now with the money that I have.
Yeah.
The money's not gonna make me that, like, I know better now, having made more money than I used to make when I was very, very broke. I know that I'm not anymore. Like, yes, situations are easier, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But like my life quality and like my happiness isn't any better than when I was broke. So I
So
know,
no
I
amount
feel
of
like
money?
no, I
Oh,
don't. I
kiss
know.
me.
Mwah.
I had
feel
a
like-
figure in mind.
That's so sweet, honey. 2.5 mil.
I'm so glad I let her answer first.
He's like, just
No,
open
I
up the
just-
gym again, and you're out.
I don't have same here. There's no amount of money you could place on Bekah.
I just feel like I know better than to know like that's not gonna make me happy, and if anything, it's gonna make my love life more difficult. People are gonna be wanting to get with me because I'm rich as fuck. No one's gonna be there for the right reasons. It's gonna be difficult.
It's hard to maintain
Yeah.
that you're here for the right reasons for as long as I have.
It's been a good cover up.
Been a big challenge.
All right, Jess
dude.
and Evan, you guys say the number to each other on 3. 1, 2, 3.
I mean, I'm horrible at this, but I really do think that like there is at this point, years and years in, 4-year-old child, like money at this point is just kind of like, yeah, okay, give me $100 million, and I sit up in my mansion, and then like after like a couple months of partying, I'm like, cool, now what?
$100 million. I'd leave.
I was gonna
Bekah.
say $1 bill. $1 billion.
$1 billion?
Well, I mean, but that's the thing. What's the
1
conditions?
billion.
What's the conditions? Because of course it's like this. It's like, oh, Gray, I'm gonna leave you for the next
Secretly,
like
yeah.
month. I'm gonna leave you for $1 million.
No, you're like, you have to never.
I
talk
would
to
just
him
be
again.
like, listen, I'm going
Oh my
to.
god.
He dies in a fire. It's horrible.
Oh my god.
Are we taxed on the money?
Yeah, exactly.
Is it like the lottery?
I'm
Like
just
there's a
I
tax
can
at the end of
pay
it, or is
Evan.
it literally like?
I'm going to take care of our kid and her grandkids, like everything. Evan, I will take care of you, your whole family,
So $1 billion?
our family. I'll take care of literally everyone forever. Everyone can do anything.
Billion?
See, okay, here's the interesting thing.
I
Yeah, what
Does the
does happen?
price-
I'm
Do you-
trying to
Here-
force a number.
No, I get it, I
right
get
now.
it.
What
It's
does
like- it was a good
happen?
10
Like, does
years.
the other person
Does the
die?
price
No.
does the price get cheaper if the kids are gone as well?
Oh, like if your whole family's
Like,
just
so if it's
at-
not
like-
just
Oh, okay.
if it's say it was I leave Bekah for $100 million
But
what's
there's
the
no
price
kids
to leave-
affected in this
to
situation.
be like I don't even have to deal with the kids.
I don't have to deal with them. And they're
Is the
bullshit.
price less? Like, is it more expensive for me to just leave Bekah, or if you supersize the deal, would it be like $72 million? That's the price
Like
to leave everybody.
$100 million, but you still got to pay child support and see the kid, or $10,000 no kid.
I'm looking.
you're like,
it might be.
I lied, need
it
10
might
G's,
be
like,
the
that's
COVID. It might be the COVID situation talking, but I'm almost willing to say it would cost less money for me to leave Ruth, my unborn son, and Bekah than just Bekah.
I'm just like, how many people in the Corona
Freedom,
times
dude.
could you help if you had $1 billion?
How many times have we heard you can't put a price on freedom?
Okay, I actually did start. I did start thinking that. I was like, okay, could it be like a huge sum, so much so that I could feed like the world?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I started thinking about that. Like, if I had to, I would want Grayston to sacrifice me if he could like save like 5 million people
right,
or whatever.
right? So you're kind of
Like-
like, okay,
I'm like, okay, I'll sacrifice that for the greater good kind of shit.
Yeah, but that's not a drinking game, you know?
That's like philosophy class.
get out of here with that.
give
All
us
right,
the
next
dirt.
question.
Okay, this one is really uncomfortable. Are we down?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's real
what is
uncomfortable.
it?
Okay.
What does this mean? Okay, like, but like uncomfortable is such like a spectrum of topics.
None of us actually have
Like
to
you
answer.
guys
We could just hear
may
it.
fight about it.
We've already done that with every single question.
We usually fight after all the podcasts.
Okay, what's the question?
Has there or is there a friend that you're sexually attracted to of your significant others?
Am I sexually attracted? I mean, I feel like
Like, is there a friend of yours that I'm attracted to? Or
that is a
friend of
really
mine?
uncomfortable question.
Or who, like, if there's not one like off the top, like who do you find the most attractive?
well, but that's
Well, there is
just
in our
asking
relationship.
for
Becca's really
trouble.
good friends with a girl I used to date.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
We were literally talking about going on vacation with her as well, and I said that'd be interesting.
Yeah, true. Actually,
He's
So I
like-
guess
Sounds
there's
like
that.
a great time.
He's like, if I start laying down the groundwork now, we might have.
We were literally talking
actually
about going. We were talking about going on vacation to Portugal, where I have friends that live in
Yeah,
Portugal.
and then I was like,
and
oh,
we
I
were
could
saying-
invite. I was like, oh, I could invite Zoe. And
And
I
I
was
was
like, oh,
like-
that'd be fun.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
because
yeah,
I
sure.
introduced them to Zoe when I was dating Zoe,
It would.
and so they'd already know her.
It could be fun. It could be
I was like-
complicated.
What a weird predicament to be in.
Okay, question
Um,
about this question, real quick.
I mean,
Are
I
we
feel like
saying
this
names,
is
or are we just
inevitable.
like using initials, or how do we?
Because I mean, I feel
say
like that's
name.
an inevitable. There's always like if you had to choose between all the friends who you would fuck or date,
Right.
like
It's inevitable fighting, right? That's what I'm saying. It's an uncomfortable question.
Oh no, I don't even mean it's inevitable fighting. I mean it's just like inevitably true. Obviously, there's someone you're sexually attracted to.
No, but I think it goes into like Bekah's. It was like what she was saying, like she couldn't put a price tag on it. Is sort of. I feel like there's a million people Bekah would have a one night stand with.
Why are we calling me a slut?
There's a million.
No,
people.
I'm saying like obviously there are plenty. I don't know.
Yeah. Like sexual. Exactly.
I
we
guess
live
it's
in
really
LA.
not that big of a fight
we live
for
in
us,
LA.
like, we got a lot
Our
of
friends are
attractive
hot.
friends.
Sexy
Okay,
people are a
but-
dime
A lot
a
of our
dozen.
friends
but
I have
who do you
sex with.
want
But
to?
we're
Who
not
do you want to
answering
spend more
the
than a night with?
question, is what I'm saying.
who
is it?
specifically?
Who is it?
Okay, if you had to pick out of all, okay, that's bad. Let's just answer. Let's do it. Okay, so you have to pick out of all of each of our friends.
Oh.
I want them to answer
We're getting
first.
specific, or are we just saying, okay, well.
I want them to answer first because they built this up like it was way more of an issue. We're like, whatever, we're gonna drop names right now.
Oh no, I'll drop names. But what I'm saying is
Go,
like,
drop
you
a
know,
name.
I'll
How
drop
about
names.
instead of dropping names, just because those people might be
No, we're
listening,
dropping names,
and then
it
it's
doesn't
like
matter.
weird,
Harry?
and then
It
that's
doesn't
weird,
matter.
and they're
We're
like, hey.
calling
Part of
them
it.
now.
We're
And
calling
then it's just
FaceTime
like
right now.
And then next
Jess,
time we see them,
blink
they're like,
once if it's
hey.
I'm sorry,
No,
Harry, if you're listening. I'm not. It's never been my
That
deal.
wouldn't be Harry.
It's not my cup
I already
of tea.
knew it wouldn't be
It's not my
Harry.
cup of tea. Not my deal.
So sad,
Initials?
Harry. Sympathies.
I know. Every other woman
Blessings.
everyone's in love with him, so he's fine.
Harry for Bachelor.
It's a tough one because I'm not physically attracted. I feel bad saying this now. If his friends listen, they'll hear this. I'm not physically attracted to any of your friends. So
Sorry,
it's tough.
boys.
Okay,
But I have been in the past, so I can use old ones.
I think of it like this. It's not necessarily like who would you fuck now with a hall pass, because like I don't think I would feel comfortable like doing that with any of his friends. I sort of think like if Grace was out of the picture and I met all these people at a party,
Yeah.
who would I be the most likely to hook up with? That's how I think of it, because it's like, I don't know, it's easier to think of, because all of them I'm sort of like, I hate and love all of your friends at the same time, and I see them in a different light because they're his friends.
She hates them.
I hate all of your friends.
They represent you not being home. So they're all the worst. They all represent you not being taking care of your daughter.
Yes.
So they all represent you not being present. So bye.
Okay, wait, Jess, so who, or like their initials, and like why would them?
Their initials.
Or like their name. I mean, I feel like Grayson's friends aren't going to give a fuck if I just say their name, so I'm just going to say
I don't care
None
if
of
I
them
say
are gonna listen to this.
it's tough again because it's like none of your like close friends. Well, I've told you before, out of the people like that I initially thought, oh god,
Band-Aid,
this is now
rip it
awkward now
off.
that I think about
Just
it.
go. If he already knows, what's the big deal?
No, I told you I found like Matt to be the most attractive.
Wait, so you're just saying full blown.
I'm going to say.
No, let's
I'm
redo
gonna
that. Let's
say the
redo
names.
that.
Go.
What?
Go.
No, I
go.
don't want
go.
full names. You say like.
Why not?
You say like.
Full
You know what I'm
name.
talking
Why?
about. Full name's weird.
Why?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like.
I already know who
it's
you're gonna
one
say.
It's one thing to put out.
Beep it out. Beep it
Go.
out.
Say yours.
We can beep out.
I
Evan's
don't mind saying it. I'm just more
because
like,
I know
You know
I
what?
know who
More for
Evan's gonna
those
say,
people,
and it's
too.
someone
Okay,
we're
say it.
close to, and that's why he's uncomfortable. I already know who he's
Okay.
gonna say.
This is
Yeah,
really
I bet.
funny because you gave this exact answer, and this is the exact answer I would give. I was asking Grayston. I was asking him marry, fuck, kill of his friends. And remember, you were like, I guess I'd fuck Andy because it'd be the least weird. That's literally my answer. I'm like, I guess I'd fuck Andy because it'd just be the least weird. That was literally Grayson's answer about who he would fuck of his friends, and I feel the same way.
Okay. Do you find him the most physically attractive though? Because it's not the least weird. It's the most physically
No,
attractive.
but
if we were to be,
I don't
if-
know
Or
how to
sexually
describe it, but
attractive.
I don't know how to describe it, but Andy, I feel comfortable with Andy, so I feel like I would feel comfortable having.
if we were to
sex
get
with him.
sexually involved in real life with any of my friends, it would most likely be Andy and Veronica.
Yeah, because they're just weird.
Okay.
They are not weird. They're lovely.
They're not
human
actually
beings.
weird, but
It would not be weird if we were to have sex with them.
No, they're just more open.
But I think we're avoiding the question here, which is like the question is, of his friends, which one do you think is that guy? It's not which one are we gonna have a
It's not
threesome
what would be the
with,
least
if
weird.
you were to get
Yeah.
cheat on him
Who
with.
would it
It's
be?
just like it's like you were saying, like
you said, you never met any of them
delete
before.
Grayston and you just see these guys and you just vibe with them and
oh,
you know
just
them.
see?
Well, see, and you like
Yeah.
spent some time with, and you're kind of like, oh,
Just
this,
At
I
a
wanna
bar,
go.
like you said.
I still think I would maybe pick Andy.
She likes
Or
long
maybe
hair.
Declan. They're both very handsome.
Oh.
Little there's something extra in there you didn't know was coming. A little side swiper.
Based on what you've said, I think that Declan sounds like he would be fun.
Oh,
So I would
look
hook
at
up with
that.
Declan.
Yeah. Don't know Declan.
Fun.
Interesting.
The eyebrows.
But I kind of hate Declan at the same time. But I love him, but I kind of hate him.
That's why it's interesting.
Well,
That's
because
why
he's
it would
like
be fun.
very.
Slightly, his name was the forefront on my mind. I had a feeling she'd say, because you always have a lot to say whenever he's brought up.
Oh, that's good. That's Whoa.
Okay, you know what it is? You know what it
Look,
is?
he folds the
Don't
arms.
say what it is.
Like,
Don't say what it is.
No,
Listen.
Declan is super
It's his
like.
swag. It's his energy.
This is part of why he drives me
Do not say.
insane.
Do
his
not.
body,
Do not. That's
it's
not
his-
part of the
it's
question.
his
Next
energy.
question.
'Cause he's like
no,
st-
we're not talking
His
about. We're
hips.
not talking about Declan. Next question.
No, I was just gonna say he reminds me of like the art guys I hooked up with in college. So I'm attracted to him, but then he also bugs me a lot.
because
at
he
the
reminds
same
you of the
time.
art guys that you hooked up.
Yeah.
with.
Nice save. Nice save.
All right, Evan, go ahead. Lay it on. I feel like I know who it would be, but now you're saying it's not someone we're close to. So
Wait, no, I
I
didn't say
think
that.
it does.
Oh.
I have also a hard time
Go.
just saying the physical attraction part alone because it's like once you've actually known the person,
No,
it
for
really
sure.
like change. I don't feel like
I feel
I can.
the same way. It's
I
kinda
yeah,
one of those,
I feel like that way with my
I'd have to
answer.
kind of delete.
There was someone who used to be a friend of his who, when we were young, I started, I didn't find attractive.
Giggling, can't even get it
Dude,
out.
I know what the hell's going on.
No, because it's a super awkward one. It makes me so uncomfortable. There was a guy that we knew, that you knew, and we. This is embarrassing. I was not physically attracted to him.
Oh, nice.
And then
yeah,
I
that wasn't
started-
physically. It was just a
and then I
spiritual
kind of-
thing.
and
Like,
then I
get
kind
out
of
of
got
here,
a crush
liar.
on him.
Biggest liar on
That's
the planet.
That's such
No,
a
I really
deeper.
don't.
That's such a deeper admission.
No,
Yeah, it's even worse. It's like it was a soulmate
No.
that I never got.
No.
That's such a. That's exactly. That's a feminine admission
like
right there. To be like
gnarly.
you've.
Way
You.
gnarlier.
Yeah. I'm emotionally.
Like Bekah said, there's a million hot people in it. She's like, no, this was different.
That's not like. That's
this
like
was
a, that's,
animal.
He was more
Animalistic.
than a pretty face.
This was
That's
lizard
repetitive.
brain.
That's repetitive behavior right there.
Yeah, this is caveman.
No, you
shit.
know what it was? It
Okay.
was-
Let the woman
It was
talk.
because it was just because he was older and I respected him and he was like charming and around, and it wasn't even it was kind of like a kid type.
It's your dad.
Seriously,
I'll say
I'm like,
it.
I'm racking my
No,
brain
but
right
it's
now.
it's because like when you have those people that like when you look back you're like, oh, I didn't want to like hook up with you. It was like a sweet, like a younger crush.
Yeah, Jess,
Do you not know who it is?
Say
On
first
Evan's
name.
dad?
It's Evan's dad.
Dude, I love you, bro. You're killing me. It's like this. Yeah, it's incredible. All right. So what is it? Who is it? I have no idea what you're supposed to say.
Dwayne.
Really?
Yeah.
Dwayne?
Oh, okay. I mean,
It's a good name.
I get it.
He's like
Kinda.
I love that
15
name.
years older than us, maybe older than that.
he makes you feel comfortable.
And he was like working on production music
He's
stuff with
safe,
Evan. He was around our house
zaddy.
a lot, and he just was like, he makes you feel like I was trying to do vocals, and he would make me feel special. And so there was kind of this like,
Classic producer hooks you up with the artist type energy, you know?
sure,
Nice.
Got
Hey,
it.
listen,
Got it.
you know.
Sexy.
sexy.
Okay, boys, reveal.
Greg, go.
Bibby.
Bibiana? We're like sort of friends.
She's a bitch.
She counts as a friend.
Oh, Bibby, like Bachelor Bibby.
Okay, I feel like
Ew.
I could name anyone.
no,
Not friends. We're not. Are you fucking kidding me?
no. Bibiana and I are friends.
When's the
no.
last time you saw any of your friends?
Well, that's real.
That's
No,
kinda what I was-
Bibiana. No. This
Are
is
you
what I
kidding?
mean.
She's been pregnant for
Bibiana
2
and I are
years.
friends, but Gray's never actually met her. He just like follows her on Instagram. So I
100%
feel like that
baseless. What
doesn't
more do you need?
count. Like seeing
But
someone.
I feel
Bibby-
like that's the
Bibby's
most honest
definitely
answer
hot.
to this
Yeah,
entire.
Bibby's
It's the
definitely
most
hot.
honest. We're not talking about, oh my God, they make me feel comfortable. You were just like,
Well, I mean, I just said that.
You don't have to go Jess with it.
No. I
based
guess
on
I was
pure
thinking
surface level information.
I know, but
who
I
of your
was
friends?
thinking of like people that we actually interact with that you've actually met, because like seeing someone's Instagram pics and thinking they're hot is kind of, I feel like it's less juicy. I don't know. I feel like I'm like, oh, okay, like that doesn't. I want to get heated.
Felt like it was a good answer.
Make
How do you
me
think BB's? Okay,
you.
real question.
Yeah.
I'm gonna flip this one around right now.
I mean,
How do you
Bibiana
think-
is so.
How
like,
do you think she's gonna feel if you ask me the question, which one of your friends am I gonna have sex
No, that's
with?
not
And
what I
I say
meant. I
Bibiana,
meant-
and you're like, Bibiana's not my
No,
friend.
Bibiana is my friend. I mean, we don't interact.
I feel like
regularly.
her feelings are gonna get hurt.
No,
This is
Bibiana,
this is
I love
this
you
is
and
the
you're my
clip
friend.
that's gonna go all over. That's gonna be
Oh
on
my
people
God.
tomorrow to be like,
Bekah M's boyfriend
Dude.
says he'd have sex with Bibiana. and
Bibiana.
it just starts
Bekah
a
says she's
scandal.
not friends with Bibiana.
No, on
Bibiana care to comment. She's on. She's like, hey guys, I'm completely blindsided by this.
Grayston
you,
and
Bibiana.
I
Thank
are
you for
not
coming
in
on.
contact with each other. I don't know who he is. No, I guess it was just kind of like a disappointing answer in the sense of like I don't really
You
care
were
about
hoping it
that
was gonna be
answer.
like a close
Okay,
friend.
here's the
Like
better-
Bibiana is so hot. I used to say whenever we were
Okay,
in the
here's a
bachelor house, I would
better-
just be like, your ass is so perfect.
Yeah, she's
You're
stunning.
so like your skin is so smooth and soft, and you're just so hot. Like it's like that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, my feelings aren't hurt, and I'm disappointed.
I was
Okay, I
really
almost
hoping
feel
to
like
get devastated.
If we were to criticize the question, another interesting angle on this would be is who do I think out of my friends Bekah would have sex with?
Oh, that is actually good.
You know, so like who do you think I was gonna say?
I don't know. I didn't really. I honestly did not.
That is.
I didn't know.
Did you think I was gonna say someone of?
What do you mean?
I want all the
Did you-
broads to think about that question.
Dude,
Who do you think your partner, out of all your friends, who do you think your partner
I want
wants
you all
to have
getting
sex with
divorced
the most?
tonight.
This is the
That's
quarantine.
a great quote.
I call this
That's
the
a-
quarantine challenge.
Anytime, while you have time to yourself, which plenty of you do, I want you to really think about this. Which one
while
of
you're
your friends,
cooped up with your partner.
which one of your friends is your partner most likely to cheat on you with?
If you're looking to just fuck your entire time alone with your partner for the next 3 months, try this.
The quarantine challenge.
If you're next time you and your partner say goodnight to each other, start this conversation.
If you don't want to sleep for 3 days,
See, that's the real shit, though. Fuck those TikTok challenges, the push-up
if you're
challenges.
bored-
This is a challenge, okay?
Yeah, for real.
This will this will push your
here's some
relationships to
here's
its
some
limits.
salt and pepper for your relationship right here.
All right, Ev,
Okay.
your turn.
Um,
I feel like I know what you're gonna say, but
well, I hate this because then if I say something different, then it's like a bomb.
no.
All right.
I have
I
beautiful
think
friends.
I think you know.
Jess is just
first of all,
sobbing.
First of all,
I was like, oh, I thought that it was gonna be.
We literally, Evan and I have no reaction to what these two answered. I say Bibby, Bekah goes, she's not my friend. All right, so Evan, let's hear yours. Top of Jess's
I
kill
mean,
list. Go.
like you have pretty friends,
I have very.
so I would say that
friends.
like it goes without question that like your friends,
Way to have your friends back.
they're all pretty girls that like without knowing you, I would be like, oh
I like how he's lawyering this.
no, I'm just saying like
I'll
you know what
have
I'm
an
saying.
orgy with all these women.
I'm just
Let's go.
No, what
I
I'm,
can't
you know what I'm
choose one.
saying?
Is my point.
But I would say that like Katie is definitely like wifey material in that.
I knew it was
regard.
gonna be Katie. I knew it was gonna be Katie.
No,
so I'm not
I mean,
devastated.
I mean, it's like you
I would-
said it to me. She said if I die, marry Katie.
I've left
Does
my
Katie-
I've left my goodwill to him. I said if I die, I would prefer you to marry Katie.
I love that.
Yeah,
for real.
because she's beautiful. I would
If
marry
you die,
her.
I want you to be miserable and wifeless.
I hope
the
you
rest
die
She's
right
like,
after.
she's like, if I die, marry Alec.
Yeah. Have a domestic partnership with Alec.
No, I mean that's what I knew you were gonna say,
Yeah.
Katie.
Yeah, it's like again, that's like a not. It's like
It's like it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I knew it.
whatever.
Okay, next awkward question.
Next,
Yeah, these
I
awkward-
love
questions are
these. This
good.
is so fun.
Okay, let's see. Hold on. Oh, some of these aren't as awkward. Oh, this is a good one.
Okay.
I will
Oh
give
gosh,
real quick
this one's so uncomfortable.
props Props to Evan for answering with the approved name. Because Katie was the
I know.
approved
And the thing is,
choice.
Katie
And you
sometimes
knew that.
listens to this podcast, which will be dope.
You circumvented.
But it's
She sometimes listens.
yeah, but it's fine because Katie knows.
It's kind of one of those things where it's not weird.
It's
but
unspoken,
it's
but every time we hang, the sexual tension
Wait, but
between all
Katie
three of
knows.
us is thick.
Katie
I'm
knows
attracted
that
to Katie
every time Katie walks in your house, she just knows that's what's gonna happen.
She could be
That when
walking
you
right
die-
into a
like-
trap.
We've tried to set Katie up with Evan's brother, who looks just like Evan. She thinks he's gorgeous, so it's kind of like, okay, we all know we all find each other attractive. Are we gonna do this or not? That's the question.
Hey, have you guys ever played matchmaker for a friend?
And have it work.
Oh, real quick, Devastator. Real quick, 10-second story. Me and Jess play matchmaker for one of our close friends. Guy goes, I'm in love with this person. This is not quite matchmaker, but it's like a version of matchmaker. He's like, I've been in love with this girl for 10 years. I've never really stood up and had the balls to say anything, blah, 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 blah. We convince him drunkenly to like text her, pour his heart out. She straight up disses him. Is just like, no, I don't look at you that way.
We were all drunk
We
by the
were
fire,
so-
and we were like, we crafted this
we're
text.
Convinced. We're like, if you just come at her with just like the pure heart, you're an attractive guy, she's an attractive girl, this will work. She's single, you're single. Like if you just come at her and blow her socks off with just this romantic text and say, hey, I've known you for 10 years, and boom. I mean, he's just putting it all on the line. And she literally like texts him like 2 days later.
Yeah,
She's
we
just
were
like
all together all night
Bro.
waiting for the text, staring at the
That's
phone. And
I mean, we were drunk
Bro,
and
that's 'cause
so
you-
convinced.
You literally took the boombox outside of the
100%.
window
Oh,
moment
completely.
and watered it down to a text message.
it was perfect.
And
It was
she
a
straight up
perfect
just
text.
looked at him and just like, nah.
Oh,
It
so
was
brutal.
brutal.
But no,
It's literally
It's hard.
It's like comparing the integrity, like a breakup integrity, to be like, did they break up via like text message or in person?
Yeah, but if you're not into them, you're not into them.
I always
Doesn't matter.
You gotta
It's
have
worse in person.
you gotta have a 10-year confession of love be in person, face to face.
But it was like she works a
And
lot.
they
drunk.
live
It was
far
just
away
drunk.
from each other. It
They
made
live
sense.
on not the
It
same
made
state.
sense.
Oh, yeah.
We thought the way that it was built up that it
Dude,
was
it
going to
was
work.
just like, this is you know when you
so
believe in something
sad.
so true.
No,
and
I was
real?
like running around the backyard. I was like, we are
Oh,
creating.
you guys
forever.
were literally convinced like this.
Oh,
was
There's
yeah.
no way this wasn't going to
No,
work.
it was devastating.
How drunk were you guys?
Very intoxicated.
Solid, but like at the same time,
Good.
it was more like we looked at him, we looked at her, we saw that we were like, okay, this isn't like our dude is like a
You just
frump,
set
and
his
he's like
dreams
hitting
on
up some
fire.
like super famous model. It was like very appropriate. Like they had known each other for years. They had a
No shade
He
to
said
her,
they
though.
had tension. This whole thing. It was like, here we go, and just straight up, she's just like, no, and it was just like, oh,
It was brutal.
My God.
But I don't like to set up friends because I feel like every time I have, one of them is somehow offended. I just feel like it's like not often
rough.
either they're offended because they don't feel like that person stacks up physically to them, or they're offended because they don't think that that person stacks up personality wise to them or something.
It's hard because you don't want to make anybody feel awkward either.
Yeah.
Like they're.
I have a
like,
friend I want to set up so bad.
But you haven't done it.
No, and he's like a new friend.
Oh, you want to set him up with Zoe, right?
Yeah,
That's not bad though. That no one's gonna be offended with that one.
I don't know.
You never know. That's the thing that's tough. Like I said, we tried
All
to
right,
set up
broads,
Katie.
send in your stories playing matchmaker. DM me at
I like Gray's call to arms. It was
PYOPI.
just like, ladies, gentlemen.
I'm trying to boost my engagement, dude.
Every question.
Comment on my
broads.
most recent photo.
like and subscribe
COVID, dude.
to
I've
my
got-
new channel.
It's COVID. I've got like 29,000 followers of Bekah's fans. I'm trying to do something
Let's
with
boost this.
it. I've like ultimately become silent on Instagram because everyone who follows me, I don't know.
we're just
Real.
let's make
and they're
And
not
now
even
I'm
there.
so-
And they're not even there
I'm
for
more
him.
self-conscious.
That's the
I'm
thing.
more self-conscious than ever. Half the 75% of the comments on my posts are "I love you, Bekah."
Right. You post a picture of you climbing a wall. They're like, I loved the last episode.
It's a photo of my family.
broads,
It's a photo
keep
of
doing
my
that.
family, and it's always just like, oh, you're the best. You're so enriching.
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 So talking about
what's
you.
the question?
All right, it's a very uncomfy one. It's even I think
Like-
it's even more uncomfy than the last one.
Okay, you just keep a hype queen.
Do you have that what if person.
The what?
The what if person. Like that person that you think about that you're a little bit like,
What if we didn't get together and I went
The
with
great
them?
white buffalo.
yep.
Almost like, have you ever been friend zoned?
That's
By somebody you still
exactly.
think about.
That's exactly
It's
what
kind
it
of
is.
like that.
Sure.
And yes is the answer.
Okay. Do you have a specific one?
I do indeed.
What age were you? What was the time?
Middle school.
Wow.
Are you serious?
Wow.
Well, yeah, I mean, but the majority, majority of the friends that I hang out with, I've actually known since I was in middle
yeah.
school or elementary school.
So this is
Just
someone
'cause,
you
like,
still
I've-
know?
Oh yeah, someone I'm still very much in contact with. We've actually talked about it.
I love this. This is incredible.
We actually get coffee once a week to talk about it.
She's my surfing buddy.
She's just the one who I've been.
I meet her down
We
at the
hang
beach.
out 4 times.
That's
we
why
hang out 4
I always
times a
surf
week.
so much.
No.
Oh, I'm
no.
quarantining
It
with her
it's
as
not like
well.
an
She's in my
extensive-
circle.
It's not like an extensive talk by any means.
Oh my God.
No, but it's been addressed of the drunken admission of I had a massive crush on you through middle school and high school.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, there's definitely been that.
Becca's dying.
I feel
to
like
know who it
most
is.
people, I feel like I'm in the unique position by the fact that I still have, I'm 30 and I'm still, all of my best friends have been my best friends since I was either in 3rd grade or
Well, from here on out, they all
it's
better be male. I'm
it's
saying
between
that much.
3rd and 7th grade are all the same best friends I have for the most part.
Yeah, but it's one of your people who are still one of your close friends.
How is that not? I mean, I feel like that's definitely someone who would make up a best friend to be you grew up together.
Yeah,
You know?
grew up together.
I will say that there's
Not drunken admissions of love.
No, now reason and logic and adulthood and responsibility get in the way.
I'm too
And
tired.
the only time that we can be honest is when we're
Cold in
we're
the
so
cold
drunk
in,
that we have
cold
this
in the
moment of
water with our
clarity.
wetsuits.
I can't be honest.
Full of
I can't be
piss.
honest unless I'm intoxicated. Let's be real.
I freshly pissed in my wetsuit, and I'm just asking you the question.
That's what being 30 is. Admitting-
That's the truth. You're just
Admitting that alcohol
Okay.
makes you honest.
Okay, you guys.
I wish I had some juicy juice. Okay, the only what if I have
It
is,
needs to. You have to give.
the only what if I have is my 3rd grade crush.
Oh my God. This him and his 3rd grade crush.
Is he being serious?
Yeah,
So-
I swear to
no.
God, I hear about this
So
person all the
fair.
time.
So here's what happened. This girl,
He's being
to be
serious?
Yes.
dead serious. So
100%.
It gets me
but the-
so mad
but the
because
what
I'm
if-
just like, give me the recent.
And he's saying junior high.
But the what if, the
3rd
what if is
grade.
dead. In regards to it's not a real what if because, so the what if was in 3rd grade.
Because life took us in 2 different
Listen,
paths. Destiny was never on our side.
It's true.
Evan,
I saw the
3rd
future.
grade.
No, I was in love with her, 3rd grade, and I always thought she didn't like me because she would be I don't like she was just playing 3rd grade shit, and then
3rd
found out
yeah, 8-year-olds.
yeah a couple of years later found out that she really liked me. Okay,
In 5th grade.
in 5th grade, and I remember
Stop.
a guttural
podcast.
reaction of whoa, it was powerful to me to think that she liked me when I liked her and this whole thing, and I missed it and whatever. Now later on, I ran into her, and she does a lot of heavy drugs and does meth and shit like that. So it didn't work out. So it's not like I ran into her later on in life, and I was like, wow. But it was definitely this
We ran into her. Let's make that clear. Is that I had heard about this girl for years, the love of his life, that he would always bring up this girl. And then we ran into her.
and it's wild.
And I was
wild.
like, oh.
But it was crazy because I remember running into her early 20s or something, and I hadn't seen her since grade school, and she was like, yeah, I liked you, and it was just oh.
And I was like,
my
oh, I'm standing
gosh.
right here.
I mean, she wasn't, but I was like,
She did.
but no, but I will say that's
I stepped
obviously
away. I give them a moment together.
that's obviously
She
a
needed it.
very specific 3rd grade hilarious
Yeah.
whatever. But I don't have any I don't have. I wish I did. I don't have any when I think of all the friends and growing up.
I feel
just
like when
didn't
you were
have
in
that
England,
person.
there were maybe a few people.
No.
I'll
I'm gonna
say
use the bathroom.
I'll say this. I over romanticize. Hold on, we're in the middle of a conversation.
Chris now slipping his body. I don't know what.
He's doing the limbo underneath the mic. No, what I was gonna say was
Hurry, get
is
it out.
No, I just have a tendency to over romanticize my exes a lot. So I always think what if about my exes. And in fact, it's something that comes out during pregnancy. I dream about my exes almost constantly. Like it happened with both. And the first time around, it fucked with my head because we weren't in a very good relationship place either. But then now that we're happy and I'm still having dreams about my exes. Yeah, I'm like, this is like a weird pregnancy hormone thing.
What a
I'll have
trippy
dreams
deal.
all the time. It's actually really fucks with my head whenever I wake up from one of them because it's always like, turns out it was actually my ex's baby and like he wants to get with me and he's gonna be the parent. And like in the dream, I'm all psyched about it. Like and then I wake up and I'm like, oh my God. And I feel all guilty. It's like, it actually is like it's a fucking head trip.
Yeah,
I get them. And I got it last pregnancy too.
I remember when you had it last pregnancy and it was like, oh, this
And
shit.
then when I'm not pregnant, it completely disappears. And I like don't even think twice about, but yeah, I'd have a tendency to over romanticize it for sure. So I'm always like, oh my God, like if something was to happen, we would break up, I would get back with any of my exes. And then I know, like for real.
Yeah, of course.
And then I know that if I was to get back with any of them, I'd probably be like, oh yeah, this, and this is why we stopped being together. But I always only think about the good times.
Sure.
Like I literally had a dream about one of my exes last night. That he came up, and funny enough, Grayston, I was like, Gray, I think I had a dream I was almost cheating on you with my ex. And he's like, that's funny. I had like the same, he's like, I also was about to have sex with my ex in my dream.
Really?
But yeah, actually, which was weird. But in my dream, like my ex came up behind me, like when we were dancing and it was all romantic. And in my dream, I was like, oh my gosh, we could both have like matching French. I don't know why. In my dream, I was like, we could have matching French braided hair. And then I woke up and I was like, Gray and I could have matching French braided hair too. What? This is so weird. But in my dream, it was just like so romantic. I was like, he and I were just like each other, you know?
Okay, Broads. Have to pause and tell you that one of my favorite things about summer is the nights spent outside, watching the sunset, listening to music, eating dinner together as a family, a nice fire in the backyard. Babe, we love a burner outside. We live for a fire. It's our favorite. And when Ember is there, it's super sweet. And then when it's just you and me, it's very romantic. And it's just special. It creates such great memories. And that's why when I needed to create and furnish the perfect outdoor space for creating those memories, I turned to Article. Article is your one-stop shop for all your home furnishings, but take my word for it, their outdoor selection is especially great.
Maybe you have an outdoor space that needs a refresh, you have a patio or balcony that you just haven't gotten around to furnishing, but now that the weather is getting a little nicer, you need a few new things ASAP or faster than ASAP. Plus, because Article sells directly to you without showrooms or middlemen, you'll save up to 30% on all their products.
If you broads have never checked out Article before, you are all in for a treat. God, I could spend hours on their website, and I do sometimes. I just lust over all of that furniture. Article's team of designers create the best, most curated collections. I know when I've shopped for furniture in other places in the past, it's super frustrating to sort through a million pieces just to find the one or two that may work. But on Article, everything is beautifully crafted using quality materials, and the designers are dedicated to a modern aesthetic of mid-century, Scandinavian, industrial, and bohemian design. So there's really an option for every style. And right now is the time, Rods. Most all of us are at home 24/7 right now. So it's perfect time to perfect your space with Article.
I want to buy everything and decorate our entire house constantly.
I know we have a problem going on that website right now.
It's bad.
Right now,
Yeah. Right now, Article is offering Chatty Broads listeners $50 off your first purchase of $100 or more. Go to article.com/chatty and the discount will be automatically applied at checkout. That's article.com/chatty to get $50 off your first purchase of $100 or more.
All right, let's get back into this quarantine date night.
I'm
It's
looking
so
at
bad,
the
but
would
it's
you
so true.
rathers. And
Okay,
I
yeah,
found,
would you rather?
Did you find a good one?
Would you? Okay, this doesn't really make sense to me.
Oh, I have a fun one quick before you do that, B. What
Yeah.
about 3 adjectives that describe you in bed?
3 adjectives that describe myself in bed.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Generous,
Gray,
powerful.
you start. I really want Gray to start. 3 adjectives that describe you in bed.
Wait, hold on. Are you saying we describe ourselves or we
Yes.
describe our
No,
partner?
you have to
Ourselves.
describe yourself.
Ourselves.
That's uncomfy.
3. This
My
is the
number
worst
my number one adjective is lays there. Number 2, doesn't
Quick.
move.
lazy.
Quick, consistent, and quiet.
That was so accurate and quick.
So accurate.
He's just like, thank you.
Quick, consistent, and quiet.
Thank you for that. Have a good night.
So was that good for you?
I always I like those adjectives too because they're actually not cringy, but they're also like sort of actual descriptors.
Sure.
So I'm gonna try to think of that.
Do you have any that come to mind quick? Oh, okay. I'll go. Extreme. No. Let me give some definition of that. It's one way or another, bitch. Either I'm laying there like a dead fish or I'm getting tied up and I'm swinging from the chandelier. I'm an extreme lover. It goes one way or
so
another.
So you're like polar.
I don't mean like I'm in like 4th gear, just like
Yeah. I'd be like, okay, you're saying polarizing.
Sure.
Okay.
But
Polarized. One of two.
Extreme.
I get what you're saying.
God, extreme was the most radical
How do I
word
like having
to use.
sex? Skydiving
I want
on top of a speeding
I
car.
want to die and be brought back.
Being threatened by guns, terrorists outside our house. I like to full gimp soup, zipped up.
I want to
Extreme
see the
shit.
other side.
Or you're just like
Tied down for days.
Have you seen the video of the woman explaining grapefruiting?
Oh yeah, that's a good classic.
grapefruiting? No.
Grapefruiting.
It's the big black lady with the
your man?
grapefruit, and she's talking about how to give a blowjob with a grapefruit.
No.
That's extreme. That is an extreme
I want to
blowjob.
see it.
I need to look that up.
That is my
Classic
celebrity.
YouTube. That's your celebrity
That's
crush.
my celebrity crush.
Is that woman?
Gotta look it up.
If you could get head from one woman that's not your wife, 100% the grapefruiting woman.
She'd blow your
Is she
mind.
And
just
if you've
like-
seen
just
this
like-
video, trust me, if you've seen this video, you would understand it 100%. You should just watch
Wait,
it right
she's
She's
now.
got a
using-
PhD in head.
Wait, she's using
It's
grapefruit.
the most.
Is she a queer woman?
It's
She
okay.
has,
You're
she
gonna
has
love
literally
this.
like it's a dildo. It's a dildo the size of my arm.
You're gonna love this.
And a
She cuts
grapefruit.
the grapefruit. She's like, "Here's what you do," and she's literally like, "You cut the grapefruit.
You
but
cut
then
a slice into
You
the
gotta watch
segment
it.
of the
I'm
grapefruit.
sorry. We're gonna have to move on.
and
You guys
cut
have to
out-
watch
You
it.
cut out the hole for it, and she
Celebrity
just
crush.
Goes
goes.
to town.
That's great celebrity.
Great-
It's
Grapefruit
the
blowjob.
sound up.
Oh, yeah, it's
Grapefruit
just
blowjob.
flopping. All right.
It comes.
Well,
out
that's
of
it. It
nowhere.
comes out of nowhere because she's giving a legit tutorial where she's like, "So you're gonna cut it here. You want to make sure it fits the size of your man's package, just
Anyway,
so."
it's extreme.
Okay, so extreme. I get that.
Okay.
Extreme. I'll
Slash
say.
polarizing.
I'll say. I don't know if the word is quirky, but I like specific. I'll say specific. I like specific things.
Okay,
I'm specific,
I
but it's
I
not
might
just
steal
like
that one.
I only like missionary. It's like no, I want. When we've talked about, I want his balls on my eyes. That's what I'd like. Okay, but it's a specific. I want to get
It's
tied
like-
up, not
no,
here,
What's the
just
term for
here.
that?
we've
What is
talked
the term?
about this
Would it be
before,
called
Jess, because
raccooning? What would you call the term?
they called it teabagging, but she didn't.
I think
understand
it should be
what
like
that
a
meant.
cucumbering, like when you get like a
I always
spa
thought
and there's
teabagging was
cucumbers on
just
your
balls
eyes.
Spa
on your
treatment. The
head.
spa treatment. The spa treatment.
It's how I stay young.
We've talked about this. I know what you mean though, because it's like, well, I like it when I'm laying kind of like this, and then he's doing this
Yes.
while doing this, like a very like a thing.
Right, love-
I know
love when
what
he
you
doesn't
mean.
move.
We've talked
Yeah,
about
love
this,
when
yeah.
it's in there. There's no movement, and then but also then there like a specific. There's specific things I like.
Got it.
And then I'll give myself.
See the not moving.
I'll give myself quick too.
I'll do.
I'll give myself quick too.
Okay.
Do you prefer quick sex to long sex?
Me? Oh, every day.
Yeah.
Every day, quick over long, please. Like if you and I have all day together, sure. Let's roll around in bed, turn a show on, make out
I'm all
foreplay but like I like long foreplay's fun, but like actual like penetration, I
was gonna say it's got to be the moderate amount. Like I probably don't want to do more than 15 minutes of actual any kind of actual sexual like
going
sexual
down on
act.
penetration, but like making out, rolling around is fun. Maybe a little bit of like hands around, but like I prefer, I don't know.
I feel like sometimes I could just make out for like hours, not actual hours, but like 45 minutes.
Yeah, if you have the time, I'm all about it.
That's also a funny thing.
But even then,
like when you're 16, you could make out for 3 hours.
It was the best.
Hours.
we would. It would be like I would go over to someone's house at 7, and then I would have to be home by 10:30, and we'd still be making out.
Be hard as a rock for like
And you
7
just
hours.
grind in your jeans for hours.
You're all raw. I'd be all raw because
and
I'm
you're
just
just like,
like
"That
denim
was
on
good."
denim,
You
and
like
you're just like
legit-
it feels horrible.
Everyone's
actually.
chapped.
Dry humping had a legit chance of finishing.
Oh yeah, those were the days. The dry hump days where there was a potential.
That was always just painful. It was like a love-hate relationship with dry humping, where I'm like, this is satisfying what I need, but not satisfying anything, and it hurts.
I liked dry humping
how I
anything at a certain point in my life.
It was the denim that really
The jeans.
it was the
Denim's
jeans that
very
really got in
unforgiving.
the way.
All right, Evan, 3 words.
Were mine accurate though?
Yes, I would say.
Okay.
I would say they were accurate.
All right.
Those are pretty. That was pretty.
No,
good,
it felt real. It felt real. Okay.
Welcome to my bedroom.
I would say
We were with you.
Thank you.
I'm kind of struggling with a third. I would say attentive.
Very attentive.
Points.
Very attentive.
I would say
To a fault sometimes.
no. I'm getting to that.
I know. See, what's hard about this is that there's so many contradictions with some of these words.
Selfless.
And that's what I'm having a hard time with. Because it's like, I was going to say lazy as one of my words, but then I'm like, no, there's definitely times where I'm not fucking lazy.
Right.
At all. So I'm having trouble with the dichotomy
right,
of
right.
sexuality.
No, it's hard.
Of like,
It's hard.
you know?
Okay.
It's like, one word is always going to contradict another
Yeah,
one
right,
that
right,
I
right.
would sort of describe myself
Especially because
as.
you think of the other time you weren't that way, and you're like, well, okay.
But
Right.
so far you're attentive
Okay.
and possibly selfless.
Okay, I'm attentive.
Sacrificial.
Jesus Christ.
Savior.
I'm Jesus Christ in the sack. I'm attentive. I'm passionate. I am needy.
That's funny. I was going to use that as one of mine as well.
Not needy in that, like, I need you to please me. But, like, I would say my biggest downfall, and this is the downfall of the married man. My biggest problem is that meaningless, like, just kind of knock it and done, I'm not good at.
See,
Like,
the fact
I don't
he even
like-
calls it meaningless.
You know what I'm saying? Like just knock it out and call it a day.
This is what I get
I
hung
have
up
a
on
kind of
too.
a hard time with. Like, I almost would rather, like, I'm like, if we're gonna do it, let's like do it together, or I guess I'll just like beat off or something like that. Because it's like, if I don't need your body as like a
Quality over quantity kind of thing.
Exactly. Like, I'm a
this
little
is
bit.
what
I
I
think
get.
that's where the neediness comes into play.
It's so funny because I was gonna actually use needy as, maybe this is an Aquarius Libra thing.
Yeah, I was gonna use.
I was gonna use needy as one of my words because I feel like that's what I get hung up on. Is I'm like, I want to connect. I want to feel close to you. Otherwise, there's no point if I don't feel close to you.
Okay, let me say needy / organic.
It's so funny because I
That's
was saying
right.
to,
And the organic.
I was
part
like
makes
sort of
hard.
arguing with Gray in the car the other day because I was like, did you ever have that person that you just like really like every time you had sex you just like connected? And he was just like, and no, I don't really know what you mean.
Right.
I'm like, every time it was just like like an emotional
Spiritual.
connection.
I think
Every time.
maybe it is an Aquarius Libra thing because you two are like, and I'm way more like Gray. I'm very much like, I feel deep emotional connection from like intimate conversations, but sex to me is a little bit just different. It's like, I love having sex, and I definitely, when I have sex with someone that I am emotionally connected with, it's amazing. but I also don't look at sex connected in that way.
Like you could have just as equally as satisfying of a hookup with someone that you didn't know.
My favorite is the least expectant. Like when we last expect to have sex, that's my favorite time to have sex.
Well, I kind of do get that
get
too.
that.
It's very
Sure.
spontaneous. Yeah. Okay, so my words, I am going to actually borrow needy as one of them because I was already thinking of that. I was going to say needy, but then I was going to say lazy and then I didn't think that was true.
What about just like
oh, of course.
just like I don't know.
I'm not going to answer it.
Just think about sex. Think about the last 5 times you guys have had sex and categorize in your brain like where you feel you sit in it.
Or lie.
I don't.
Or just
I
make
like
something
really.
up.
I don't know why I'm having such a hard time with this. I was gonna say like fluid, but then it sounds like I'm talking about sexuality.
You're flexible.
It's
I was gonna
fine.
say, like-
flexible.
It's
It's
fine.
Like
flexible.
emotionally
We're all just
flexible.
Okay, yeah, needy, flexible, and I would even say unpredictable, but I don't think that's true. I think probably pretty predictable. Maybe predictable actually. Actually, that's kind of a good one. I'll say needy, flexible, but
Predictable meaning like you have your moves. Like you like
She's predictably needy, but she's flexible within her needs.
okay. But then when you say predictable, does that mean like when you guys like when you're having sex,
I
you typically
think
like
it's-
you go 1, 2, 3, 4, bang? Like it's one of those like or you have your
No.
routine.
I think I'm like predictably me. I don't know how else to describe it. Like predictable about something I'm gonna get upset about,
Like
or
Gray,
like predictable.
is it easy
about
for you
something
to
I'm gonna
know
like.
when you're gonna get with her?
when you're going to get with me?
Yeah, like
Is that what you said?
No.
okay, that's I'm curious. Okay, that's what I was asking. Like, is it one of those things where
It's
it's
not
like
predictable.
Is it easy for him
So maybe you
to
are
figure out how to
It is
get
and
with
it
you or not?
isn't. It is and it isn't.
Cool.
So
Without
like
divulging too much into
Of
specifics,
course.
it is predictable and it is wildly unpredictable all at the same time.
Got it.
Like sometimes you think it's really going to work and then it doesn't.
Sometimes she'll just impose these arbitrary standards.
what is that?
Like the context and the place in which we had sex yesterday is no longer acceptable.
Oh,
Okay,
I see.
yeah,
You're
I
going
get
back
that.
to the
They
place. You're
shift.
like, let's go back out to the
They
shed
shift.
in the dirt. But I thought that was your
can't-
thing.
This is not enough for me. And it's like it was yesterday. And it's like, well, not
No, but
today.
you're like
Today I need
but like Becca, you were
today
in a
I need-
moment and it felt
Today I
actually,
need you to step it up and you need to operate on this level. You need to put forth maximum effort. And then I'm
Actually,
usually like, that's not happening.
Maybe shifting is
and
like a
then
better
there's
word than flexible.
then there's a conversation of compromise, maybe rearranging the like time, like maybe not now, but maybe in like 2 hours. And it's like, I can't guarantee you anything in 2 hours. And it becomes a little more of like married sex where you're like,
Well, that kind of bugs me because then I'm like, well, let's just wait because like right now I don't want to. I'm like literally doing this right now, and you're gonna throw me off track. And then Grace like, well, I guess I'm gonna have to go jack off, and I'm like, no, just wait.
that's called, and that right there is called a power move.
get it while you can.
See, our
lady.
relation. I don't know if we've talked about it on the podcast. We've talked about it on our personal relationships a lot. Me and Bekah operate on the power pyramid,
Okay.
and there's only one room. There's only room for one person at the top of the power pyramid, and it's a shifting position. And you always have to maintain power in the relationship. And one of those moves can be, if you don't have sex with me on my terms right now, absolutely, I'm gonna go masturbate, and we're not having sex.
So okay, here's a question. Another
Which is kinda fair.
power move is okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
Which is
Except
like a
masturbating's
reversal
super
power
fun.
move.
Yeah, except Grayson's then like, okay, I'm gonna go masturbate. I'm gonna enjoy it, and then
Cool.
I'll come back and help you outside with the
Cool. So
yard.
he jacks off. You go, yeah, jack off. I don't give a shit. And
Well,
then
meet
you
you
come
but
back
then
to the
I'm-
yard.
Meet
now
you
what?
outside in 38
then I'm
seconds.
usually- This is what
That'd be good.
this is what happens. I'm usually like kind of pissed though, because then I'm like, well, then maybe you won't want to have sex later when I want to have sex because you already jacked off.
Yeah.
So then I'm kind of pissed.
He's like,
so
amen.
and then it, yeah.
Yeah, but then what's low key, ultimate power move as guys is to get it up later. Because Becca's like, what if you go and masturbate and then we're not gonna have sex later because you don't want to?
What a secret. I thought this was going to be interesting.
No, the simple plan.
No, what
Wait.
actually happens though a lot of times is then Grayson will be like, well, then I'm going to go watch porn and jack off. And I'll be like, well, that's kind of hot. And then I'll think about that. And then I'll be like,
Yeah, see,
hey, well, we can
now
have sex
that
really
that's some divulging, because that's the truth of the
Power
matter. When
pyramid.
I find out that Evan is like, yeah, I was like, I was like jerking it off earlier watching porn, I'm a little bit like, get a little
I
turned
know,
on.
me
You're a little
too.
like, "Ugh."
Really?
I know.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I'm like, well,
I'm a
what
little
were
like,
you watching?
I know, like, so yeah. so
For
give me
real?
details.
Yes. I love the thought of like, yes, I love that thought of him. I always ask her, I'd be like, where? When? Like, when was that?
But for me,
Like, was that when you went to the bathroom?
but for me,
Like,
it
what were you
has to be
watching?
watching pornography. It can't be like,
Yeah,
oh, I
I
was
agree.
looking at someone's photos, and it's just like, hold on a
Well,
second, like,
Well, if
Becca
he
loves
was
the thought
telling
of
me-
me diddling myself.
yeah.
If he was telling me,
So
well,
creepy.
well, if he wasn't watching porn, but he was like, no, but one time he was like, oh, but I was thinking of this that we did last night, and then I was like, obviously that's
Oh,
hot.
that's super hot. Yeah. No, I'm just
He's
saying.
a liar,
though.
but yeah, it's just hot. Honestly, babe, I was looking at our fucking wedding photo, and I just was
It's like, I was
jacking
just
off.
watching our
I was
wedding video,
jacking off of
honestly.
me and you climbing in Yosemite, and honestly, that's all I needed.
Such
What a
easy
liar,
answers.
dude. Unreal. And look at, she just fell for it. She's like, and he.
Well, we did. We had
Such
no
easy
the
answers.
sex we were having.
I'm just kidding. I'm just
We've
kidding.
had some very hot moments that
Oh,
when
of
we start
course.
texting, I remind you
Oh,
of
yeah,
them, and then
definitely,
it starts getting it. You know what? The fun. What?
See, so I'm glad you agree with me, though. I think it's hot to
It's
think
super
about.
hot.
It's like
Yeah, it's a big turn on, and
I
it's like,
had no idea. I thought that was kind of like a, and it's, I guess, total stereotype thing, but I just,
a guy.
yeah,
thing.
like I just,
We're so simple.
No, I like watching videos. If I'm watching porn, I will literally just watch videos of guys jerking off.
mhm.
what?
Yeah, it's hot to
100%.
watch.
You
for
will
sure.
watch that?
Yeah, I like watching girls fingering themselves
I get-
or using a dildo, and I like guys jerking off.
Okay, is it just pleasure?
Well, what I like is that if it is solo, especially if it's like amateur, like at home stuff, then I feel like I really know the person likes it, and that's a hard time.
Right.
That's a thing that
Yeah.
that's a hard time I have with porn is feeling like
They're
it's
acting.
too produced, like they're acting. So when someone's like at home in their bathroom, sneaking around, having to be all quiet, then that's
Hey.
super hot because they're loving it. Obviously,
Do you guys have access to any porn stars? Could you interview porn stars on your show?
A lot of people want us
Yeah,
to. I think
they'd love a porn star. People would also like us to like interview a sex worker, which I would
worker.
love to.
That'd be
I just don't know how that would necessarily look like, if they're comfortable, revealing themselves or whatever. Depending
What
on
kind of sex worker? Like an illegal sex worker,
Well,
or
maybe-
someone who does like bondage?
we could do. We could do anything. We could do like a professional dom. We could do a cam girl. Like, there's plenty of people who are fine with having their
That's true,
identities.
that's
known.
true.
I'd be interested to know what people are most interested in. like-
Strippers.
What
You know,
broads?
interviewing
Why don't you
someone
slide
working-
into Grayson's latest photo and say what?
Yeah. Do
type
you
of
want the
sex
broads to
worker you would
interview?
like to-
Do you want the broads to
Comment
interview
on
your
Gray's
favorite
most
Brazzers
recent-
star? Or do you want a professional dom? Or do you want someone working late nights on the street?
Can you on Grayson's latest
What
photo?
kind of sex worker
Well, and
are
of
we
course, there's
talking
other
about?
countries where it's legal too.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
if you live in Amsterdam, you could just be a legal
Get on an
prostitute.
overseas Skype and we'll talk about it.
I mean, and the world is our oyster right now. We can interview
That's
anyone
true,
anywhere.
huh?
Everyone's available.
We have the opportunities
Everyone's
now.
available. Yeah, our sex workers not.
How do you
I
get
guess
in
cam
you'd have
can't-
to like,
I actually saw an article about a cam girl who was like, I can't masturbate
How do you
24
guys?
hours a day. My
Well,
job is
this
really
is the thing
hard
that's
right
really
now.
fucked up is like so many people are now taking jobs away from people like cam girls because of joining OnlyFans. So you have all these people who are famous who have already made tons of money who are now starting OnlyFans account and just pulling in
But I
tons
feel like
of shit.
people like cam. I feel like people like cam girls for different reasons. Like from what I've just read, at one point, actually, there's some. Do you know there's some cam
Have you
girls
guys
that don't
had an-
don't masturbate, like that don't actually do sexual acts.
Yes.
And a lot of people with cam girls, a lot of men want like to feel like they're in a relationship with the cam girl
Yeah.
Have you guys?
because they can
had-
get like more personal attention. I don't know. I feel like
I guess it's
Why
just.
couldn't
I guess
cam
it's
girls
just.
do OnlyFans.
Well, no. I'm not saying that they can't. I'm saying like it's almost like since all the quarantine shit started, it was like for however many years, so many people would like talk shit about sex work.
Oh.
And now all of a sudden everyone is hurting
Everyone
for
has an
finance
OnlyFans.
and everyone's getting an OnlyFans account. And it's these people who already have tons of money. And it's like, yo, you're taking this shit away from people who like, this is how they make their money.
Like
this is
Jimmy
their,
Kimmel
this is
starting
their
a podcast.
professional
Have
job.
you-
And now all of a sudden you want to do it. And now you think it's like all well and good. And you're like, I don't know.
But
Well,
have
it's
you guys
ending-
had the OnlyFans conversation?
Have Evan and I?
Have they actually considered it?
Yeah.
I mean, I've tried, but Evan's
About
not
like
down.
starting one?
Yeah.
Evan, new revenue streams, new projects, new editing.
Listen, I'm a producer. I mean, are you serious? Like a serious thing? I think that Jess
Wait.
would be more into it than I would be. So just, if I'm being very candid.
We've
What if
talked about it.
Yeah.
we didn't?
If you're
actually
interested, if you're interested,
we definitely
DM
did
me.
not. We did not
I'm
seriously
trying to get a
talk
gauge.
about
I'm
it.
trying to get a gauge. How many people are we
What
talking
I'm trying to
about?
do
What
is I'm
can we
trying to start a
expect?
network.
I want to understand.
Okay,
like,
this
yeah,
is
I
like
mean,
I have a legit question.
If I can put a pitch deck to Bekah together, saying we're
I have a
looking at
legit
around
question.
2,000 fans monthly.
I actually want to show you this. Did you ever download? I think we were supposed to do ads for them, but it never actually happened. Did you ever download Dipsy, the app?
Yes, and I would love
Spelled
and I
D-
would love to do it.
What is
Because I
Dipsy?
want. Okay, so it's like it's an audio app. It's like a sex audio app. It's really interesting. It's like an immersive audio experience, and it's like
ASMR
almost
type
like
stuff?
you know like no, it's like how have you ever listened to audiobook plays? You know what I'm talking about, where they have like
When they get
clinking in the
sexy on-
background.
like,
But
wh-
it's
what is
like
it
that,
called?
but
What's the
it's-
sound effect one called?
What?
With the sound effect one, where it's like
That's
ASMR.
ASMR.
sexy noises.
No, that's what I'm trying to explain to you. It's like a small play. It's like a small porno, but just audio only. But it'll be like, cling, cling, like walking into a diner. And they'll be like, hey, babe, like, good to see you. Like, how is it work today? And you hear them like washing dishes, and they'll be like, what if I touch you here? And then you'll hear, like, it's like a whole audio immersive
Yeah.
Like
experience.
audiobook phone sex.
It's pretty, yeah, but it's like a play. It's like you hear, it's really cool.
I would be
But
super
anyway.
down to do that. I would love
But
to
anyway,
do
I'm
that.
wondering if you guys would do an OnlyFans to read erotic dialogue back and forth to each other and do like kissing sounds and stuff like that. Would you ever do that? Like,
Oh,
actually,
yeah,
put it
100.
on?
Definitely.
Totally. Yeah.
Sure.
There's nothing like this.
I bet you guys. I bet people would love that.
If we did a
If you guys did an audio erotic experience and did one a week, you could make this could be a huge revenue stream. And you do audio, Evan. You could be inserting little things in the back. It could be a whole project.
Oink.
And do like a 10-part series.
Yeah, I'm down. Let's do it.
I would be down to do it. That's actually a really good idea.
Yeah, I bet you could find a broad who would write erotic scripts for you guys, and then you guys would have to act them out.
Yes, that would
And read them back and forth to each
that
other.
would be
I
I,
have a
would
really
need
good
someone who would
friend.
need to like
'cause
write a script for me.
that's
That
the
would be the
work.
part.
That's the work.
One of my best friends and old roommates is.
I bet someone would make fiction.
fiancés. We used to like she was very big in the erotic Harry Potter,
The fanfic.
and she
Oh, yes.
wrote she wrote a lot of Harry Potter erotic fan fiction.
Like Harry Potter banging chicks and stuff.
I would be so
Yeah.
down. I would be so down for.
Oh my god, that would be great. People could send in the different fanfic dialogues they want you to do that
Here's the
week.
thing, though. Bekah did like 2 fanfics for us at the very beginning of the Chatty Broads
Bachelor fanfic.
Bachelor fanfics, and you were good at it.
I
They were
find that
so dumb.
so arousing for some reason to think of like a girl just sitting alone in her room writing a bunch of fantasy.
Oh, babe, I can
Erotic
do it. This is
fiction,
my
like some
other
Lord of the
calling.
Rings.
Honestly, Becca's
some Lord of
Bachelor
the Rings
fanfic,
fan
it was
fiction.
funny, but it was also hot. So you're kind of like, damn, I don't know. Which
she
I
would
like.
Bekah would be in like the Star Wars expanded universe like fan
Oh.
fiction.
Oh,
Dude, Han and Leia. Jess would love
Han
it.
and Leia,
Jess
you
would-
know I am in every day. Hey, Broad, sorry, quick interruption. We became so passionate and unhinged at this point that we didn't realize that some of the mics got unplugged, and so the remainder of what you will hear is some Zoom audio and Zoom video, so our apologies, but you know, when you get passionate, sometimes you just don't notice. All right, back to it.
Okay, guys, we gotta wrap this.
We gotta wrap it.
I have just one final, very quick "Would you rather." I just want everyone to go
around an answer real quick. Would you rather sleep with Meredith or Phyllis from The Office?
I'm going Phyllis.
I think Phyllis is a generous lover.
I think she's a generous lover
Pull
too.
up the image of Phyllis.
I feel like she's a lover who, after we're done making love, I could fall asleep on her breast and she would like caress me and like tell me how special I am.
I mean, don't her and her husband
Wow,
have
these are both sleepers.
They have a pretty spicy sex life, her and her husband, right?
Yeah, Bob Vance.
Phyllis?
Bob Vance
man.
of Vance Refrigeration.
Meredith's kind of scary.
No, yeah. Phyllis looks like more of a giver. Meredith looks like someone there's a negotiation going on.
That seems really accurate.
Yeah.
Like
Phyllis,
Meredith will hold this over your head for the rest of your life. Phyllis will be nothing but grateful. Like Phyllis will be doing, like, for some reason, like, she'll just be nice perpetually post.
She'll knit you things.
That's true. She'll like wink at you.
Yeah.
Meredith will, like, eventually it'll turn into a legal matter.
Well, because
Or
she'll
restraining
birth
order.
your child without you knowing, and they come back 5 years later.
It wouldn't even be yours. She would just claim that it was
That's
yours.
true. There you
Exactly.
go.
5 years later, she's now pregnant and she's due in 6 months, and it's your kid.
She also has rabies in a certain episode, so Lord knows that
She
would...
has what in an episode?
She has
She gets rabies.
She gets hit by a car by Michael.
Can
and she ends
rabies
up in
be
the
No,
sexually
hospital.
doesn't she actually
transmitted?
the bat? She
The
puts
bat.
the bat
Oh,
gets
shit.
stuck on
But
with
she
the
also
trash bag.
is that not the same
No,
episode?
she also gets hit by the car.
She also then gets
It's
hit
the
by
same
the car.
episode.
If
But
rabies
she gets
is
the rabies
saliva,
from the bat.
rabies
But
is
doesn't she
saliva,
find
right?
out she had rabies because she went to the hospital because she gets hit by the car by Michael?
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
And then he's trying to cover up for the fact that he hit her with
And
the
then
car
he
by doing the
does-
rabies awareness run.
And he eats fettuccine Alfredo before the run, and then pukes
Yes.
his brains out. Yeah. And his nipples chafe.
Fun run. It's
Andy.
the episode Fun Run,
Yeah,
by the way.
yeah. And he's like, it has carbo load.
It's such a stupid show.
Phyllis 100% because I think like at first I go Meredith just out of straight like
Yeah, she's
you know type. But
Meredith is your type?
Redhead.
I used to be a redhead
I would say that
Shut up.
for many
I don't
years.
know.
Many
So
years.
all those high school stories earlier, you were redhead?
No, I was blonde.
Okay, I was just saying, I was picturing like Newport blonde.
Blonde. Very
Highlights.
Newport Platinum.
Dana Point blonde.
blonde. Mm-hmm. Surfer
that-
girl
that's what the-
who's never
what you
gone
ask
and
at this-
surf.
That's what you ask the hairstylist. I want that. I want
Beach.
that
Mhm.
Dana Point blonde,
With the
baby.
platinum on top, black underneath.
Oh,
I did
shit.
that.
That was
Yeah.
what
And
that
a
was what all the
Monster Energy
softball
drink to
moms
go.
had at my school.
Mandy Moore in the recently played section of your iTunes.
Oh, of course.
Damn,
Legend.
Mandy
Legend
Moore
of the game.
slaps.
What was a Mandy Moore hit?
All I can think of right now is Walk to Remember.
Out of all
Yeah, I
those,
know.
out of all those pop stars, like
I think she
Christina
did a cover of
Aguilera,
Candy.
Britney Spears, Mandy Moore was my standout crush.
Well, people say I look like her in what's it called?
A Walk to Remember.
No, in that new show.
A Walk to Remember was the movie she
Oh
was in.
yeah, yeah. What's that show?
Though. I never saw the movie.
This is
This Is Us.
Oh,
This Is Us.
yeah, This Is Us, and that's the one that everyone said I looked like her husband.
Yeah,
when
actually.
my mustache
yeah,
was
you
run
guys
out.
do look like them. Oh, that's
weird.
weird. That's really weird.
Mandy Moore is another one who got away.
She's the what if.
Who got
Yeah.
away if I never? It was like who got away that I never actually had an opportunity to engage with.
I can't really.
Mandy
think of
Moore
any
and
of her
Marilyn
songs.
Monroe.
The two.
Well, I look like her sometimes.
Those are my
too.
two.
Oh,
Those are my
that's
two out
weird.
of
That's-
reach.
the photo of you
Out
with
of
blonde.
reach.
Well, this picture of her with brown hair. Everyone's like, "What the fuck? You look."
Yeah, have
just
you
like
seen
her."
this?
Yeah, that's the weirdest thing ever.
It's really odd.
Because I never would have been like, oh yeah, you look like her, and then you see the photo of Bekah with. Have you seen the photo?
No,
of
she
Bekah?
100% does.
I'm trying to find one of the pictures, but this one, somebody superimposed my bachelor photo on top
Oh,
of
that's
this.
It
weird.
looks just like her.
It's one of those stuff.
Yeah.
I look at you, I go, of course you
No,
don't
but
look
look at
anything
that.
like her, and then I
Bro.
go, whoa.
They
very, very
go
young.
through They go through her family history, and she's like literally their
Dude,
family
it's actually
lineages
crazy.
overlaps.
It could be possible because
Really?
her like
Yeah.
I looked this up when people were first starting to send me all this shit because I was looking at photos and she actually looks a lot like my great grandma. And it turns out that like what was it? It's like her dad was in.
Well, she's
She's
also
from
what,
she was
Norma
born in
Jean?
San Jose, California.
As Norma Jean, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, her mom originates from like this one part of Mexico. Actually, it was like traced back to this one part of Mexico.
Oh yeah.
Like part of my family is from, and
Whoa.
but Norma Jean, yeah, she has like these ambiguous backgrounds, and like some of it originates in Mexico. And
But
I
then
definitely
Becca's
know that.
family has some shit about like someone leaving, like a.
Oh no, many people like my grandparents, both of them. Okay, maybe I shouldn't talk about this on the podcast, but my extended family, like 100%, multiple people had like other husbands, other wives, other children. Like one of my close family members, like went on Ancestry.com, not on Ancestry, took a DNA test, and like someone showed up as like a sibling in Texas, kind of thing.
Oh, so you
like there's
could
plenty
be
of
with
that
Marilyn
in my
right
family.
now. That's
Yeah, like there would be no way to track it in Ancestry because it would be all about like affairs and shit. But it could 100%. She could be
channeling.
a relative.
She could be channeling some
Marilyn.
Yeah, some Norma Jean.
Who knows? No, I think her mom was Norma Jean.
The one that got away did
Jeans.
not get away, Gray. That's the point of this whole thing.
I've been
Who knows?
reincarnated.
Who knows?
Whoa.
She's been here this
Marilyn.
whole
You got
time.
the third life version. That's crazy.
Damn, I mean, it's working out for me. I'm happy.
I'm good to
So,
go.
I could hope for a thriving
For Kennedy.
career like her, not a death like her. I'll pass on that. Okay, well, anyway,
Well,
Broads,
hey,
this was so fun.
Thanks for joining us,
Date night, Broads.
for our double date quarantine style.
That was
Miss
so
you guys.
fun.
Oh,
you
miss
guys.
you guys.
Miss you too.
As soon as this is done, we're gonna go.
Hey,
Let's
guess what? As
go
soon as
to
this
Venice.
is done, I'll probably be postpartum and I'll probably have a baby and I could probably drink.
Yeah, and we'll go to Venice, or not Venice. Where is the place that you guys took us with the cheese?
Ooh, that
Oh,
place is
fuck
good.
yeah. Roberta's.
Culver City,
Roberta's.
right?
Oh.
Do you guys remember the last time we went to a bar, Becca and I weren't drinking alcohol, and that was the first time we even met?
That wasn't the last time. We went up to Margot, remember?
Margot's not a bar. Margot's a
Okay.
restaurant.
No.
We went to a bar.
The
It
first
was
time
the
we
first
met?
time we'd met.
Harry's birthday. I think.
You were in like a Beetlejuice outfit.
I was.
She was?
It was like black and white.
No, it was Evan.
Right.
It was you had painted
Oh.
something for
Was
Evan.
it Halloween?
No. You had just played, and I painted that jacket for you, the yellow and black one. Yeah.
The Troubadour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, R.I.P. all these
Is it
places.
Troubadour sold?
You mean, what do you mean, like recently?
Isn't the Troubadour like wasn't it under construction, or
I don't
was
know.
it the Wilton?
Wiltern?
One of those big.
I
Anyway,
don't know.
whatever.
I don't know.
All right, guys, we really gotta go.
For real though, we gotta go to bed. We gotta get up early. Jess and I are
Parents
recording
here.
in the
We're
morning.
recording in the morning.
Oh, yeah, you
All
guys
right.
are.
Love you guys. Love you,
We love you
broads.
so much.
Make sure to
Chat
slide
soon.
into these boys' DMs
Tangential
and send them the
broads.
love.
Thank you, broads, for everything.
We love
Bless.
you, broads.
Thank you for our food.
Broads bless.
Broads bless. Chat
Chat
soon.
soon.